watch full throttle, baby, ready to blow. We passing coca to Jupiter, we got your attention. You can tune in anywhere, but listen at your discretion. To the legend, Mr. Hochman can't stop him, each of the deuce. My brother got his own hot burger at Tucker Deuce. Now I rush more of these sports, spitting the truth. It's Channing Crowder, greatest Dolphins who rock the 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a bell on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do him wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. You spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey,
live from the Play Show, You're Not Overly Ostentatious Studios of 104.3 FM WQAM. It's a big Tuesday edition of Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gelbin for Mark Hochman for the rest of the week. And my, oh my, what a situation that we have here on hand, boys, because just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. I was ready to start this show today saying LeBron James is definitely going to Golden State, or it's either going to be Golden State or the Lakers, and we get that breaking Shams Charania news that LeBron James is done with the Lakers. I think this was a situation where it was, I want to break up with you, you want to break up with me. Okay, we're going to look at one another. Who's going to say it first? And LeBron ultimately said, I'm out. And right away, Shams Charania is pulling the hearts of Heat Nation fans because he put 3 teams out there that LeBron James is interested in: Golden State, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and your Miami Heat. So who wants to tackle this one first right now?
I love it. I don't think it's going to happen because I've said a number of times, him and Pat, I don't know if they've buried the hatchet, whatever they call it. I don't think it's going to happen, Gelby and Solana, but if it does, I would not be upset. I would handicap it as Golden State number 1, but let's see what Pat can do.
I got to run my victory lap here for just a quick second, and I don't want to make this about me, but 2 weeks ago, Gelby, on this very radio show, I presented an idea. I floated it out to Hawk and Crowder. I said, why not Giannis and LeBron James? There was a pathway to making it happen, and Hawk and Crowder ridiculed me, Gelby, like you've never heard before. And here we are all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, talking about LeBron James potentially joining Miami, and to me, this makes sense for both parties. Would it be great to see him alongside Steph Curry? Could that team maybe figure something out? Sure. But are they going to win in the Western Conference at that age? Probably not. Cleveland, I understand sentimental value. Gets to hang it up where it all began. But are they going to contend if they have to give up a big-time player to create the cap space for LeBron? Likely not. Miami, best chance to win a title, which is what I believe LeBron James still wants to do. Best chance to win a title, and he gets the most money as it stands currently today. This makes sense for both parties. It makes the Heat better. They could use a player like LeBron James, obviously, and I think this is going to happen.
Let me just ask this question. I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, if I tell you the Warriors have a better chance than winning a championship than the Heat, you could easily argue, well, OKC and San Antonio are in the way of the Warriors, so it makes it tougher. Let me just go directly in the East. The Cavs have been there knocking on the door the last few years. Why, in your estimation, would the Heat give LeBron a better chance to win a championship than the Cleveland Cavaliers?
What team has the better player? Just overall, what team has the better player between the Miami Heat and the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah. Well,
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Remember when there was a guy just a week ago, since Solana loves to do, 3 weeks ago, I told these knuckleheads everything. It wasn't that long ago where Solana was singing the praises of Donovan Mitchell as a top 10 player in the league.
Stay on
let's
topic
not act
here.
like Mitchell's
Stay
a bum.
on topic. Stay on topic. What are you doing? No, you're right. You're right.
You sound like Florio and Chris Sims. Stay on topic, stay on topic, stay on topic.
Cleveland's roster's not garbage now. The 2 bigs was Mobley, Allen, and Spider. Like, they got a little squad too now.
Right, but, I mean, look, Cleveland, I'm sure they can figure something out to open up some cap space. Like, this is all fluid. And by the way, I don't expect LeBron to make his decision because if we know one thing about LeBron,
Drama.
He loves to be courted.
Drama
he
whore.
loves to be courted. He's going to take this opportunity, likely his last opportunity, to dictate the NBA free agency. He's going to make it all about himself, and he's going to take meetings with all these teams and see who can just put it, the best deal available for him. But the Miami Heat, Gelby, are better than the Cleveland Cavaliers as it stands today with LeBron James on that roster. I firmly believe that without knowing who the Miami Heat are going to put around Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bam Adebayo. I think the best team with LeBron is the Heat over the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And let me just, because we're talking about Cleveland and Miami, because you said go East. The best player he can play with in those three is Steph Curry. Steph Curry is better than Giannis.
At this point in their careers,
he's a shooter. He's a shooter. Old shooters can go through. Giannis is getting old. Old big men knees start knocking.
But what I would say to you is this.
Don't start doing that to win an argument. Giannis is 31 years old. What are we doing talking about Giannis on the last leg of his career? I don't understand why people are doing that.
No, but like I think Steph and Giannis, you could pick whichever one you want that is better going into this season. But I think the roadblock with him going to Golden State, which LeBron loves to be buddy-buddy with everybody, so I still think he is going to Golden State. But if we're talking about who gives him the best chance to win a championship, I would still think with the Spurs and the Thunder being in the way, it's easier to go win with the Heat or Cleveland than it would be to go to Golden State. That's why I kind of took the Warriors just for the sake of this conversation out of it.
Yeah. No, 100%. The East is weaker. What, the Knicks and who? Boston?
Pistons, Celtics, depending on what their team's going to look like. Like, here's my point. I can understand why Solana says the Heat are better than the Cavs. I don't think it's necessarily who is better, though, because I think you're close, and you could say you could consistently expect more out of Cleveland right now with the unknown of Miami, but there's more of a need for, of LeBron to go to the Heat than it would be to go to Cleveland. And maybe when LeBron's getting courted, he still wants to feel appreciated because he clearly wasn't being appreciated anymore by the Lakers in his mind. So,
yeah. No. I'm with you. And on the other side
come
of
on,
it,
guys. We got LeBron here today. He's on the verge of being a free agent. I need you two locked in, ready to go.
On the other side of it, I think this is a great thing for the Lakers. Now they can move on to Luka territory. Now it's Luka's team. We don't have to worry about who is who. It's Luka.
I don't think this is a great thing.
Reeves.
I don't think this is a great thing for the Lakers at all because
I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you mean by move forward with Luka because down the line you want to build around Luka Doncic. I totally understand that, but I think it makes the Lakers a worse team this year, which they can't afford. Like they're in win now mode when you go just Luka Doncic falls in your lap. And I saw some reports about Jalen Duren. It seems like him and the Pistons are just he doesn't want to be there anymore. At the very least, that's what it seems like based on reports. And he met with the Sacramento Kings, and it looks like he's going to meet with the Lakers for a potential sign and trade. I understand what the Lakers are doing here. They can't get hung up on paying LeBron James because they've got to be able to put a quality team around Luka Doncic. But with that being said, they got worse today with LeBron leaving their team.
Yes.
And Rob Pelinka, I don't know if Rob Pelinka has a plan to supplement losing a player like LeBron.
But they did get worse today. But that's so tough when you're saying it's Luka's team, but LeBron is still there. It can't fold, even though last year, right, LeBron would joke, I became the 3 with Reeves as the 2 and LeBron and Luka as the 1. It can't fully become Luka's team, and that Luka Doncic era can't officially start in Los Angeles until LeBron James is off the team. If they would have brought him back, it just keeps on kicking another year in the can down the road where, let's be real, the Lakers weren't winning a championship either way with or without LeBron this year. But I was watching Shams before we came on today, and he said this decision for LeBron is driven by happiness, and it will not be driven by money. So, like, he could be happy going home to Cleveland. He could be happy living in Miami, or he could be happy playing with another fellow top 10 player of all time in Steph Curry. I kind of think this is like you have a friend that has already sold their childhood home and is in the 55 up community, and that's Steph, and they're waiting to court their other friend to go live their retirement years, where they're not as good as they once were, but they're still really damn good, and they'll play pickleball and they'll beat up on all those 70-year-olds like Solana. They'll go to the pool and they'll fight like whose beach towel was there first. This seems to me like LeBron's joining Steph in the 55 up community.
You gotta get there early so you get the chairs right on the edge of the pool. You don't have to sit on that third row. You got to get up early. You take extra bags down and you reserve your chairs, go take a nap. Then you can get to the pool later on in those 55 communities. But to your point, Gail, happiness. He ran LA. His coach was his friend. JJ was his friend. He goes back to Cleveland. He's the mayor. He comes to Miami. He has to do with a coach and a general manager, basketball operations, whatever his name is, Pat Riley, that are going to do it their way. I don't think happiness is in Miami.
But
happiness is living in Miami. I don't think basketball happiness is in Miami.
let me just play in the LeBron James mind, though. Oh, now they want me back, right? Pat wouldn't give me my cookies on the plane. Pat tried to muscle me out of town. I told him go screw. I won a championship away from him. Pat hasn't won. He's had success getting to 2 finals, but he hasn't won a championship since. I am now needed in Miami. This is Pat bending the knee to me. And in LeBron's twisted brain, that could be a lot of happiness.
It could, because Pat Riley showing up to the meeting with a dozen cookies. Here you go, LeBron.
Crowder will bake them himself.
I'll bake.
And Solana will deliver them.
Listen, LeBron, Bronny, Bryce, they can stay at my house. I got 2 extra bedrooms. I just don't know. When he's in that building and anywhere in the nation, he's number 1 in the hierarchy. When he is in the Kaseya Center, he's not number 1.
Right, but you're saying that like if he goes and look, he goes to Cleveland, it's not even a question. It's LeBron's team again, and everything that they do now becomes how can we acquiesce the king returning home. But he goes to Golden State, Crowder. That's not his team. By the way, Gelb, I like the idea of LeBron. I'm taking my Heat homer out of it. I like the idea of LeBron teaming up with Steph Curry, 2 legends that defined the last 20 years
ago
of the NBA. No, I'm with you. I don't think they're going to win a title, but 2 legends that defined the NBA the last 20 years who clearly play well off each other and love each other. And LeBron spoke about finally teaming up with Steph Curry in the Olympics. I love the idea of them trying to win a title together at the last stands of their career. But I think it's a tough situation for LeBron to win, which is why I don't think ultimately he'll end up there.
So I would like to watch it in the regular season. There would be something cool about seeing 2 of the top 10 players of all time play a full season together. Like, that's fun. But also, LeBron loves being buddy-buddy with everybody. And this is such a buddy-buddy move. Like, LeBron's never really had a great rival. And Steph Curry isn't, they had their most memorable moments up against one another. LeBron's greatest championship is coming on back and beating Steph Curry. Then Steph and KD, they kicked his butt for those 2 years. Like, him partnering up with someone that was technically a rival, it's like the NBA these days, so maybe I just have to stop yelling at my lawn.
I was just going to say, Gail, man, pull your pants down off your belly button and get off the porch, because these new age athletes, they're jersey swapping, they're best friends, they work out together, they have gyms and camps every offseason together. It is what it is now. Like you said, it would be very cool. It'd be the Golden Girls, because Draymond's old as hell as well. Jimmy's old as hell. So it'd be for old dudes playing together, but it would be cool to watch. And rivalries like Jordan versus Bird and all. Gail, you got to let that go. You got to let that go. It's non-existent in this day and age.
Clay Ferrero is going to join us on the other side. But first, we got to get to Solana. We'll see if the chaos has been settled out at his home, whatever was just happening there. What was your dog barking?
Yeah, that little raggedy dog probably did something.
Don't do that. There's a lizard right in the corner of my room. Bro,
like a pet lizard, or just like a lizard that got in from outside?
A pet lizard?
You would be bizarre enough to have a pet lizard, okay?
What are you talking about?
I can see you coming home from school. Mommy and Daddy, I got the pet lizard.
He got a bearded dragon.
That or a gerbil.
I was never a pet guy. This is my first dog ever. I was never a pet guy. I never had I don't understand people had snakes. Crowder had snakes when he was at UF. Like, people that have snakes in their house, people that have like these pet lizards.
That's what Crowder got arrested for.
Man, I get a cleaning lady had a heart attack, like a baby stroke or something, because she walked in the room and saw my Burmese python. We just let it crawl around the room. And I was riding my scooter back to the dorms, and I saw the ambulance outside, and I kept riding. I said, "No, Jack."
Man, Gelb is showing so much restraint right
Oh,
now.
I have so many jokes
to avoid.
Jasmine saw a python later that night as well.
Yeah. First segment,
They saw a
Gelb
different python.
was dying to let that one go. I could tell.
It was some python showings at UF.
I know we have to get the headlines here. Can I just send out a little PSA to Heat Nation? I was once a proud member of Team Petty. I thought LeBron James screwed over this organization, not by leaving the Heat, but with the way he left the Miami Heat. I thought he disrespected the Godfather on the way out. I was a proud member of Team Petty. I rooted against LeBron when he went to Cleveland. I was devastated in 2016 when he won a title. You have to be out of your mind to not want LeBron James in a Miami Heat jersey this season. Yeah. He makes the team better. He fills a need for the Miami Heat in terms of another ball handler, another veteran that can set up Giannis, that could set up Bam. With the highest IQ arguably we've ever seen in the game, his outside shooting has improved, and he provides another 3-level scoring option for the Heat when Giannis goes to the bench. From a basketball perspective, forget about the fact that it's LeBron James. Just look at his skill set. From a basketball perspective, he makes the team better. And if you can get him at a discount, which clearly seems probable or possible, I should say, considering this is a happiness decision and not a money decision, according to Brian Windhorst and Shams Charania, from a basketball perspective, this makes the Miami Heat a better team. So put aside your pettiness. Stop pretending like LeBron James is some washed old guy that can't help you win a title. This would be fun. This would make your team better. And it's LeBron bleeping James that would potentially want to come back to your organization. So from a Heat fan perspective, Gelb, because I'm seeing this a lot on social media, I don't want anything to do with LeBron. I don't want any of that. You are out of your mind if you don't want LeBron James here. Will he end up here? I don't know. But it's a great move for the Miami Heat and as a fan if he does.
I have a surprise LeBron James team that has not been mentioned by Shams Charania or Brian Windhorst that I will get to later on, because if it's not about money and you actually want to win, I think there's a team out there that we have not talked about yet.
Gracious.
It's not the
New
Knicks.
York Knicks.
I was about to say, if you say the Knicks, I am flying up tonight to jump on you.
We are the Kings. We don't need the king. All right? So shut your mouths. This is actually, unlike you two homers, I have a logical take here, and it's better than Miami. It's better than the Cavs. And it's better than Golden State. We will get to that later on in the show. We will get to an extremely truncated version of headlines because I want to talk to Clay. If Solana will just stop doing social media promos there, sucking up the Heat Nation, I want a PSA to you guys. So that will be on the QAM Instagram in about 45 minutes for sure.
It's already being cut up.
Oh, we love Solana. Oh, we love him. Oh, he's the greatest.
I think it's split 50. I think it's split 50-50, and I don't understand why. Like, why wouldn't you want LeBron James on this team with Giannis?
They're emotionally hurt from when he left. They're emotionally hurt.
I was too.
So long ago.
I started the LeBron is tired chants at the arena as a fan. I was.
But Solana, what about the people that breaks up with a girl leaves them and now they hate them and hope they never do anything else in life successful? It's the petty people. Yeah. You hit it on the head.
Get over it.
I'm not going to say shut up and dribble, but shut up and get the headlines, all right?
These headlines are sponsored by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest. And another thing. No, I'm just joking, Gelb. Home of the Pricito, our lowest price.
Pat, give me a raise, Pat, please.
At Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. There was also Florida Panthers news, some pretty big Florida Panthers news. It feels like the Sergei Bobrovsky era has officially come to a close. The Panthers, in the last 24 hours, since we've been off the air, really, the last 18 hours, have added 2 goaltenders to to their roster. They traded Erod. That one hurts a little bit. And they traded Boquist to the New Jersey Devils. And in return, welcome back Jacob Markstrom. And they also added forward Angus Cruikshank as well. Yesterday, the Panthers acquired Arkin Schmidt from the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So Markstrom, who the Panthers actually drafted years ago, and Schmidt are two goaltenders. It feels like Sergei Bobrovsky never altered the price that he wants this free agency period, and Zito had to look elsewhere.
I think he's breaking up.
I think it's over, man.
Solana, your Wi-Fi. Yeah.
If
Yeah,
Bob wants to
I think
leave,
it's
F
over.
him. F him. That's what we do when people leave Miami.
Wow.
I love Bob. Bob got me 2 Stanley Cups.
What are you doing, dude?
The Panthers are trying to become the 2022 Avalanche. Loaded team in front with questionable goaltending, but if you have the loaded team in front and you could survive and a goalie gets hot, then you could. This team could still win a Stanley Cup, even with either one of these two guys in goal.
Yeah. By the way, the Miami Heat, they did add Simone, or they're bringing back Simone Fontecchio. That was confirmed by all the local writers and reported earlier today, a 1-year minimum deal. And let's not sleep on the Miami Marlins. They're going to play the Rockies tonight. They won yesterday. They scored 10 runs. The hottest team in the month of June continues to win. Game 2 of that 4-game set is tonight at 8:40. Listen to it here. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 94 degrees. 94 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the upper 80s. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
Clay Ferrero, Local 10 sportscaster, the home of the Miami Heat. Obviously, Local 10 is going to join us on the other side. Is LeBron coming back to South Beach? We'll get Clay's answer next.
Your garage, if it's outdated, damaged, or not hurricane ready, you can't wait now. Please call Allied Doors. Protect and upgrade your home easy with Allied Doors. Service South Florida since 1966. 60 years of trusted family-owned service. They are the best. Don't wait. Don't be the house. I might be talking about you, or if I'm not, I'm talking about your neighbor. Beautiful home, well-kept yard, and them garbage garage doors. Don't be that person, that family called Allied Doors. They have a huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, and custom impact-rated doors that will protect and upgrade your home fast. And the LiftMaster openers, I thought it took 45 seconds for the garage door to open and loud. It sounds like a roller coaster. You don't have to do that. They are quiet. They are the best. We use it on our personal home that I'm in right now. My wife uses it on investment properties, man. You got to call Allied Doors today. 954-942-8550. That's 954-942-8550, or visit allied-doors.com. You know we're going to watch out for you. So you mention this ad, you get $300 off. Don't wait. It's hurricane season, and protect and upgrade your home. Call Allied Doors today.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Is LeBron James coming back to the Miami Heat, or is he going to go elsewhere like the Golden State Warriors or the Cleveland Cavaliers? Zach Gelb in for Mark Hochman on this Tuesday. Channing Crowd and Alejandro Solana clearly hanging out as well. Let's go out to the guest line right now and welcome in the preeminent sportscaster in this town for Local 10, the home of the Miami Heat. Clay Ferrero joins us on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com. Clay, welcome back. How are you?
Oh, Zach, I was doing okay until that intro, and then you just lifted my spirits, man. Like you know how to butter a guy up. That's great.
Yeah, if Steve Goldstein was on the line, I'd probably call him the preeminent sportscaster. Whoever it was, that's what I was going to say. It just sounded like the right thing.
I'm just going to completely pretend you didn't say that right there, and I'm just going to go with the first part of that because it's putting a smile on my face. But no, doing great. How are you guys?
Well, we're doing fantastic. I don't know if it's likely. I still think it's going to be Golden State. But let's just operate in a world that LeBron James has taken his talents back to South Beach and is rejoining the Heat. Your reaction if you find out the King is coming back to Miami would be what?
Great. Amazing. And I think, you have to look at it from a number of perspectives. And one of the ones I look at first and foremost is the basketball fit. And my goodness, like, could you imagine LeBron James driving down and choosing which player to throw an alley-oop to between Bam and Giannis? I just think, like, he gets to go and be a creator at that point. And, the pressure to be a scorer is lifted a bit. And I also think that, the one thing that may have fallen off a little bit over the last couple of years for LeBron is his one-on-one defense. And, man, that is immediately taken out of the equation when you've got Giannis and Bam running around there. So I just think it would be a perfect basketball fit. And, whatever skeletons are there from the past, like, you could get past that immediately.
That's what I want to say, Clay, the skeletons. And let me know if I'm wrong. LeBron goes to any of the other 29 teams. He is LeBron. They're going to treat him like royalty. He makes all decisions. He knows he comes down here. He's still under the Riley Spo thumb. He saw it for 4 years. Do you think it changed? Do you think the playing FIFA while letting Pat Riley sit in the waiting room? Do you think any of that's lingering? And does he want to come back under that thumb of Riley?
No, not lingering at all, at least not from the Heat perspective, and I don't think from the LeBron, Rich Paul perspective either. I think all that is water under the bridge. And, you look at a situation with Los Angeles where I think it was made pretty clear to LeBron that he wasn't exactly their first choice to come back, and that was never the case down here. So I think there would be motivation on a number of different sides to get past all of that stuff. So, look, again, getting back to what Gelb said, I wouldn't put it as likely, and yet I also think it would make a ton of sense both from a historical and basketball perspective.
I have a shill here in Solana, but Clay, I'll give you this idea first. You guys should send, on behalf of Pat Riley and Heat Nation, cookies as a TV bit to LeBron to make him want to come back to Miami. That should be on the news tonight.
Man, that is wow. That is something. I remember that old SNL skit. Who are the ad wizards that came up with this one? That is fantastic. Yeah, look, I think
I don't need the credit either, Clay. You could just use it. I'm a good guy. I don't need the credit. I'm not like Hawk, who would want all the credit.
So here's the thing. If they like the idea, then it's mine. If they hate the idea, I'll just say, oh, no, that wasn't me. I was just passing that on from somebody else. But no, like I'm not going to sit here and pretend it wouldn't be a great thing for us. But with that said, I think it's going to be a pretty good thing either way, given the Giannis acquisition and what appears to be a positive trajectory for the program.
There's multiple reports, Clay. I saw one from Brian Windhorst yesterday, today from Shams, that this will strictly be a decision LeBron makes to find happiness. He just wants to be happy. What is your gut telling you that LeBron wants when he says he wants happiness? Is it to compete for a title? Is it to just be happy where he's living? Is it to just be happy with the organization he's with? Like, what does happiness mean when you think of that report? Because I still think LeBron James wants to compete and wants to put himself in the best position to win a title.
I think all of that, and I do think that when you look at this, like, I don't think it's a coincidence. LeBron likes to leave breadcrumbs, and I don't think it's a coincidence that this morning his podcast he posted something from back in the day with him and Steph Curry. So I think that's something that has always really appealed to him, is the ability to play with Steph and see how they could finish their careers. The thing I don't really know is that contingent upon them also getting Anthony Davis, who's another clutch client. And, I can't envision a scenario where Washington is excited to take on Jimmy Butler's contract. It's the only way to make that happen. So happiness is I think wherever LeBron ends up, they will find a way to make happiness the primary reason why that's where he ended up. So at the end of the day, I think whatever the actual reason is, they'll find a way to fit happiness into the equation wherever he signs on the dotted line.
Clay Ferrero here with us. And that's why I think the Anthony Davis thing is kind of hogwash. Because, yes, in an ideal world, he would want to reunite with Anthony Davis, but it doesn't look like that could happen in Golden State. We already know Miami has Giannis and Bam, so it can't happen here either. And I don't think Cleveland is going to be able to acquire Anthony Davis. So it's like, yeah, I would love to go play again with Anthony Davis. I just don't think that's going to make the decision drastically change anything, because I don't know who could go get Anthony Davis and LeBron James right now.
Right. And here's the other thing I wonder, and I'm not smart enough to know all the machinations of this, but we do know that LeBron James makes a lot of money off the court, endorsements and everything else. Does having a primary residence in Florida help offset whatever the tax cost would be of living in California? Like, what are those things that we don't necessarily know about that could play into happiness for a variety of reasons, right? So I'm with you. I don't think that playing with Anthony Davis is going to be a make or break situation. I do think there's going to be a lot of other stuff involved with this that ultimately will dictate his decision.
And Clay, something else we talked about, just roster-wise. Who's better? Not the East and the West, because obviously it's easier to get out the East with the Spurs and OKC in the West. But just roster-wise, you got Steph, you got Draymond, you got Al Horford just signed there. You still got Jimmy coming off the knee, and then in Cleveland you got the two bigs. You got Allen Mobley and you got Spider still. I don't know what happens with James Harden, and Giannis and Bam down here. Nothing just to turn your face from. What's the most attractive roster to play with as it sits here today? And we know it can change when LeBron's acquired.
That's a great question, because I think people are looking at this from a stuff other than basketball perspective. So strictly from a basketball perspective, I can see where Cleveland would be extremely appealing. I think there's a certain romantic feel towards playing with a Steph Curry and seeing if LeBron can walk in and be the guy that can make the difference between, a team that was not competitive at a high level last year and a team that can once again compete for a championship. But I also think when you look at Miami, there's a lot of reasons why it would make a ton of sense. They know how to build around the star. You get a LeBron in the fold, and you also talk about, hey, there are these shooters available. Duncan Robinson comes of it. All of a sudden, you start to look at a world where you can kind of build this roster out similar to the championship teams that they had with the Big Three. Again, no prime Dwayne Wade, no prime Chris Bosh, but prime Giannis and prime Bam are pretty good when you can kind of fill those around with shooters. So I think looking at it from where they currently are versus where they could eventually get to, I think that's where you would kind of feel a little bit better about Miami's chances.
Should the Heat, Clay, hold off on any other moves, knowing that LeBron James is a possibility, even if it's not probable? Should they avoid signing anybody else? Should they avoid using any of that money that would go towards that mid-level exception until LeBron James makes his decision? Because the way I feel this is going to end up playing out, LeBron wants to be courted, Clay. We know that about him.
Yep.
So this could take some time, which could, in terms, put the Heat in a situation where they might miss out on some guys that maybe they would have been able to bring in here around Giannis and Bam.
And that's the one thing I would not do. If you're looking at this situation and you feel really strongly about adding somebody like, an Anthony Simons, like, I'm not saying Anthony Simons is as good as LeBron James at this point in his career, but he does fill a need like a glove right now for this team. And if you're talking about having to miss out on a player like that, if it's what it comes down to, you got to have a conversation with LeBron and and Rich Paul and figure out, look, we want to win a championship this year. We feel like our best chance to do that is with you. However, if you're not going to come here, or if you don't feel like there's a strong opportunity, we have to find a way to build out a championship roster around Giannis Antetokounmpo. And there's a lot of stuff right now about, hey, the Heat, this is going to be a 2-year build. This year they don't have enough of this, they don't have enough of that. I don't think the Heat are going to operate that way. I think they're going to go into this realizing that, your window with Giannis, I still think that because of how well he takes care of himself, he's going to play at a high level longer than I think the detractors might say. But it is still a window, and it is still a window that you're kind of on the other side of the peak of it. And I think they're going to maximize every single season that they have. So I don't think they're going to wait. I think they're going to have a hard conversation and say, hey, look, we'd love to have you, but if not, we got to do what's best for us right now.
Channing just showed me on the screen, Clay, Rich Paul's number. So
I got Rich Paul's number, Clay.
How about you text him?
Want
Stop
me to call
flexing.
him?
Text him. Yeah, let's make some news here. Call him. Say, what the heck is he doing? We're not going to the Boys and Girls Club for some drawn-out decision. We want to know right now.
I just want to show y'all the numbers I have because y'all think I'm a simp.
No one thinks you're a simp. The intro on this show sucks up to your mediocre football career. Like every day it says you're like the greatest linebacker in Dolphins history.
Clay, what's the best number you can flex in your phone, Clay?
Oh, man, that is a great question. So, okay, so I won't say what it is, but I will tell you this. There was way back in the day, and this tells you how old I am. When I first started in television, we would get on the computer, and you would have immediate access to the AP wire, the Associated Press wire. One day, in the newsroom, I look up and I'm like, what on earth is this? Somebody at the Associated Press accidentally released their entire Rolodex of sports people. And I will tell you, this included former presidents of the United States. I will tell you, and like 2 minutes later, there was immediate kill, urgent, mandatory, blah, blah, like, so like, I will say that without looking at my contacts, I don't know that I actually saved any of them, but there was a moment where we were like, oh my goodness, look at this number, look at that number, and I think like Pete Rose's number may have been, and it was a crazy situation. So all that to say, I would say that the number that I have in my phone that I myself went and got that I feel like is the best one is Channing Crowder.
Low bar. Easy to clear that one. you just went from gambling with Pete Rose and going to dinner with Bill Clinton to then hearing Crowder give you his Crowder powder. Jeez.
Great season at CrowderPowder.com.
Hey, it was a long story, but I hope I hit.
Ever heard of Jason Taylor or Zach Thomas? Come on. He's Clay Ferrero. He joins on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com. Clay, thank you.
Anytime, guys. Take care.
We'll take a timeout. It's Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gilbin for Hawk. More after this on this Tuesday.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Got a horse running at Saratoga? Give me anything. You got a lottery ticket? You got some numbers? What do you got?
We back at it with this daddy, Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. 305, cafecito time, dame una colada. Got some interviews next, always got dope guests. Get the cesspool live, dropping comments and likes. We about to get right, talking sports, my G. Listen to Odyssey and 104.3. Live and back on GeorgiaMusic.com. Hitting it at the park like a mad murder's bomb on power. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for that 3 o'clock.
That's right. It is a 3 o'clock hour right here on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gelbin for Hawk on this Tuesday. And we are waiting here in great anticipation for what the heck LeBron James is going to do. He's not going back to the Lakers. Free agency officially starts tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We know LeBron won't make his decision right away because, like Solana said earlier, he loves the drama. He loves the attention. And I kid you not, in that last break, every single tweet on my timeline is something about LeBron James. And the initial intel we have from Shams Charania, from Brian Windhorst, is that the Golden State Warriors are interested, the Cleveland Cavaliers are interested, and also the Miami Heat. We know this kind of all got started when there was speculation, LeBron to Golden State, then Draymond opts out of his contract. That's going to be to maybe make a team-friendly deal for Draymond and the Warriors to go get LeBron James. Well, the same thing has happened in Cleveland, where we know James Harden declined his player option, but according to Joe Vardon, who does a great job covering the Cavs for a long time and working for The Athletic and the New York Times, James Harden is planning to give the Cavaliers more flexibility to pursue LeBron James. On Monday, Harden declined his $42.3 million player option and is now a free agent. He's expected to return to Cleveland on a new contract, but Harden is waiting to sign to give the Cavs the flexibility they need to make a move like adding LeBron for next season, according to a league source that granted anonymity to describe the deliberations still in progress. And also, during the break, I know this has been out there, but we talk about the relationship, or what is it, between LeBron and Pat Riley, Barry Jackson, and we also have that video of LeBron embracing with Pat earlier in the year. But Barry Jackson said that relationship is fine. That relationship has been restored, and the Heat are going to pursue him. So we're in this waiting pattern to just see what LeBron is going to do.
Yeah, and that was my biggest question, if those are, and Clay said it last segment and all, like the Heat, LeBron, they're solid, they're good to go. That was my concern. Does LeBron really want to play with James Harden? Like, James will mess up a game quick on you now.
Yeah, and I don't think LeBron James is in the lifestyle anymore that's conducive to keeping up with James Harden if they're going to be buddy-buddy. I don't know if Bron wants to kind of play basketball, then go ice those feet and legs of his and drink some wine, not go to a strip club until 4:30 in the morning would be my guess.
And with LeBron, do we have to take Bronny?
Well, LeBron actually, this is the nefarious part about this. Yesterday, if Bronny was still on the roster yesterday, his $2.5, I think it was, $1 million salary for this upcoming season is now fully guaranteed. So I don't think it was just a coincidence that LeBron waited until today to tell the Heat, or to tell the Lakers that he's not going to come on back. So that would be a compelling one. If LeBron leaves, is Bronny going to try to force his way out, or he goes, I'm just happy to be in the league, and stays with the Lakers?
I was going to say, because with Giannis, we don't have to take Thanis or Lannis or Monis anymore. Pat ain't taking Thanis on, so I don't know if we have to take on Bronny if we bring on LeBron. I just need to know the answer.
Is that Thanias, I think is the correct? I don't know. I'm genuinely asking.
Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Thanasis.
There's
That
also
sounds
an
like a
Alex.
stripper's name.
There's an Alex Antetokounmpo as well. There's like 4 Antetokounmpo brothers who have all somewhat found their way into the NBA to play alongside their brother.
Not
you say
somewhat.
Thanasis?
Not somewhat. Your brother's Giannis, and he's getting you jobs.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's Thanasis you said?
Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Too many syllables, if you ask me.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a lot. That's
All
a
right.
lot going on there.
Yeah, no, his name should be Zach. For sure.
Yeah,
That would've been
Zach
better.
Antetokounmpo.
Sounds good to me.
Or like Paulo Banchero. like just something easy that just rolls off the tongue. Like Alejandro Solana is good. Channing Crowder is good. Zach Gelb's good. Like that goes quickly.
Quick and to the
Thanasis
point.
Antetokounmpo. Try saying that 10 times fast.
There's Kostas Antetokounmpo. Mr. 305.
Dale.
Bless.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
It's a 305 alarm, and it's sponsored by Miami Lake Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. Yes, Solana.
There's Kostas Antetokounmpo, who right now plays for Olympiakos in the Greek league. There's Alex Antetokounmpo, who is currently playing with a team in Greece as well. And then there's Thanasis Antetokounmpo, who's the one everybody knows because he has the podcast, and he's the one at the end of the Bucks bench that is always going crazy and is there to step in anytime there's a hard foul on Giannis. And then at the end of games, when they're either getting blown out or they were blowing a team out, he would come in, miss a couple layups, finally get one to go, and the entire bench would erupt and go crazy.
Y'all remember the movie The Air Up There?
No.
When the white coach went over to Africa and tried to get the big tall guys to play basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the prince had security guards on the sideline. If you ever got in a fight, they'd run off the sideline. That's what Thanasis was for Giannis. He couldn't play no basketball.
Kevin Bacon, right?
Kevin Bacon.
I was going to say like Nikola Jokic's brothers, like just the enforcers.
But they're in the crowd. They're letting Thanasis sit on the bench with a jersey.
And, Pat's not doing that right now. That's already come out. So, I would imagine Pat's not them bringing Bronny back. That would be my guess. I don't think Bronny's coming to Miami. Right now, I would say it feels like Golden State's 1, then 2 would be slightly the Cavs, and then 3 would be the Heat. And I'm just trying to think how we get to the point where Golden State and the Cavs say no, so then the Heat could have the opportunity to say yes.
I hate it as a Heat fan, Gil, but I do agree with you. I think it's Golden State. Stay on the West Coast. He's already out there. Get to play with Steph. Go home. This is for all the kids in Cleveland to give them hope, and then Miami would be a close third.
Yeah, but geez, trying to sell James Harden with LeBron, like if you ask me, LeBron, James Harden, and Donovan Mitchell, because you got to think in that equation either probably Jared Allen's gone, or LeBron, Giannis, and Bam. Like all three, it's not a natural fit, but I think LeBron fits better in Miami than he would in Cleveland.
I think the fit is better in Miami, but I would say that if my opinion, I don't know what the hell LeBron's thinking. I think he wants to play with Steph Curry over Giannis and Bam.
I agree on that.
Yeah, and that makes sense. You just wonder if even LeBron understands that team at their ages doesn't actually have a chance to compete because they're in the Western Conference.
Yeah,
it's the Golden Girls.
So I want to be sensitive here because, I hate being like the fill-in guy that comes in and just ruins someone's relationship. But Channing, do you have any relationship with Draymond Green? Just wondering, you guys being two big podcast stars.
Yeah, we had Draymond on. If he sees me, we talk. I don't have his number though. I can't flex his number. Yeah.
So then I could say what I want to say. What an asshat Draymond Green is. Did you hear him on his podcast, which is an Odyssey produced podcast, I believe? Oh, I'm being a good teammate. I'm always there for the Warriors. I'm opting out so the organization can go spend that money elsewhere, then I'll take less. You're the same a-hole that popped some dude in the mouth in Jordan Poole, and then you made it out like it was Jordan Poole's fault. This guy, Draymond Green, trying to pretend like he's the greatest teammate in the world. Get lost, you phony. You big phony, Draymond Green.
Listen, we talked to Draymond about the Jordan Poole fight, and he said there's a standard in basketball that young dudes don't talk to vets disrespectfully. And if you do, you need to be punched in the mouth. I kind of respect that because I got a bunch of fight with young guys.
So Yaxel Lendenborg, who was going back and forth about Michigan State at the draft, is going to get popped in the mouth by Draymond Green. No shot.
Do you see what they're doing to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA?
Oh, please. The WNBA.
Do you see what the girl just jammed her fist into Caitlin Clark's trachea?
But according to Emmanuel Acho, we don't need Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. We don't need her whatsoever in the another asshat, Emmanuel Acho. Oh my God. That guy, he's just saying things for clicks right now.
The vets have to set a standard on the young players, and I'm cool with it.
That's in the running for the worst take maybe ever from Emmanuel Acho.
Oh my, that's so stupid. Caitlin Clark blew up that league, so everybody makes more money because of Caitlin Clark.
And I hate that I have to preface it this way, because it's the way that it goes. I'm not misogynistic when I say this. I don't watch the WNBA. The only time I've ever cared or watched the WNBA is when it has to do with Caitlin Clark. And the idea, I saw it from that gambling guy, Gabe Morency, who's I don't even know if she's a top 10 player in the league. She's top 5 in assists and top 5 in points this year. And now Emmanuel Acho, who's become the expert in everything. If I ever wanted to be proven right, I want Emmanuel Acho to tell me I'm wrong, because then I'm going to be right. And this guy, the WNBA doesn't need Caitlin Clark. Give me a break. Give me an effing break. What a dope he is.
You go all the way back to the Lisa Leslies and the Lobos and the Maya Moores and all
Diana
of those. Diana Taurasi, great, amazing player. Who are the women's shoes you wear, Solana?
Sabrina Ionescu.
Ionescu's, they were amazing. Solana,
you wear her shoes?
He's wearing Ionescu's.
When Ionescu got her first signature sneaker with Nike, I was in line. I bought a pair of Sabrina Ionescu's. They're still the best basketball shoe I've ever hooped in. And by the way, Crowder gave me hell. It's the most played in sneaker in the NBA behind Kobe's. Wow.
I didn't know that.
It's the most played in sneaker that
boys.
Nike has.
By the boys or the girls?
In the NBA.
By the boys.
By the boys. Look it up, Crowder. We've done this already.
You're telling me the 30 NBA teams, they're wearing the Ionescu's.
The most played in Nike
likes to lie. We have to circle back, Solana. I'm gonna look this up.
But Crowder, I think he's actually right, because I say all the time to my guy friends, I got my pair of Ionescu's. They all know what I'm talking about.
You guys are so disrespectful. You bums are so disrespectful, man. I won't let you do that. And also, Gelby, if you're gonna be hosting on Miami radio, you gotta be watching the Aces and our girl Asia Wilson out in Las Vegas, baby.
I was gonna bring her up with Asia Wilson, who is the best player right now, and then Breanna Stewart. They are great players.
She scares me, by the way, Breanna Stewart. I would never want her to get in a fight with her. I think she beat me up.
She's bigger than me. We had her on the podcast. She's huge and she's cool as hell. But Caitlin Clark has changed marketing of the WNBA. They just did the new CBA recently. She had a lot to do with that. I'm not a huge count on I don't have Caitlin Clark shoes, but I can see her impact on the WNBA. And if people try to ignore it like Emmanuel Acho, it's just you're just being idiotic if you can't see her effect on this game. And having a daughter that plays basketball, thank you, Caitlin, because hopefully in about 5 or 6 years, my daughter can go make money like you're making.
Yeah, in 5 or 6 years, she'll be rocking her Ionescu's, right?
Nah, just Solana will be rocking those.
All righty, let's get to headlines.
This was an article in ESPN about the Ionescu's becoming the first WNBA signature sneaker for Sabrina Ionescu to make a legitimate crossover into the NBA. And then this is another article that cites what players were wearing. It might surprise many that the second most worn sneaker in the 2024-2025 NBA season doesn't come from an NBA athlete. That title is reserved for WNBA star Sabrina Ionescu and her Nike Sabrina 2. And it was only behind Kobe Bryant's, the signature Kobe line that was relaunched by the NBA.
More than Jordan's?
More than Jordan's.
How?
Jordans. The Nike Kobe 6 had 63,189 minutes played in by NBA players. Sabrina's shoe beat out other popular models like the Kobe 5, the Book 1, the Kobe 4, the Kobe 8. Remember, Gelb, Jordan Brand only selects certain athletes to wear their sneakers.
Oh.
So if you're a
what
Nike
website
athlete,
is this? Because I'm looking at one that
athlete,
says Nike Kobe 6, Nike Kobe 5, Protro. Nike, Kobe 4s, and then you're right. The Nescu's are number 4.
Yeah,
which I'm surprised by that.
But that's what he said. It was all Kobe before Nescu.
Yeah. So the Kobe, and Nescu, which I'm surprised by. Solana, I'm sorry. I thought you're lying like usual.
But you say you're surprised by it, but I've been telling you since I bought the sneaker, it's one of the most comfortable basketball shoes ever made.
But you're not really an athlete. You have flat feet. You're not knee. You got funny hips.
That's not
true.
Now
I got to throw a challenge flag on this. You're wrong. He's wrong all the time. Just say you're wrong. We were both wrong. You don't got to then play you're a narp, I'm an athlete, so shut the bleep up when you're backed into a corner. You were wrong.
I was wrong, Gil. I said I'm wrong, and I apologize, but Solana's body type isn't an athletic body, so I don't know why he's trying to relate himself with the NBA players.
Yeah, well, I almost beat you in the 40, so
you're built real funny. You're built funny.
I don't think I'm built funny. I think you're built funny.
Instead of getting him that Outback gift card this year for Christmas once again that you cheaped him on, you get him a pair of Nescus. Get him a new pair of Nescus.
$2.37 is what was on that Outback Steakhouse gift card. I'll never forget it.
I call this unappreciative.
Yeah, you're going to get an eighth of an Nescu from Crowder this year. That's what you're going to get.
I call that unappreciation.
Gelby, I'm like, oh, wow. All right. Crowder got me a free dinner. Take my my then girlfriend, my now fiance. First of all, I'm taking her to
How many dates were you in?
How
many dates were you in?
Quite a few. We had probably been dating for about
acceptable
a year.
then to use a gift card. It's not like it was like your second date. Like that would be a little cheapo.
Well, I wouldn't take my second date to Outback Steakhouse either.
You never know. Could have been tough financial times. You never know.
Got to see if they have appreciation like Solana does it.
Let me pull out this food stamp, babe, to pay for the meal.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that EBT card. I'm telling you. All the milk and cheese you need.
Let's get to headlines. Go ahead, Solana.
They're brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. I just got odds for LeBron James's next team, courtesy of BetOnline.ag. Would you guys like to bet? Would you guys like to guess who the favorite is according to BetOnline?
Warriors.
Yep, I agree.
It is the Warriors at minus 1,000.
Wow. Minus 1,000?
Yeah.
So that's seal sign deliver.
Yeah.
Two Cleveland.
The Cavaliers are 2-1.
Yep.
This is where it gets interesting. Number 3, you guys want to guess?
Is it not Miami?
It's not Miami.
Okay. Ooh. Can I give you my surprise team then?
Yes.
The San Antonio Spurs.
The Spurs, Gelby, it's not the Spurs, but the Spurs are 4th at 10-1. There's a team at 8-1.
Clippers?
Nope.
I
don't think you guys would be able to guess this.
Mavs?
Not the Mavs.
Knicks.
No, it's got to be an obscure team.
The New York Knicks are 20-1.
Raptors?
Not the Raptors.
Oh, we named like half the league by now.
Eastern
Conference or Western Conference?
Eastern Conference. They've won a title in the past 4 years.
The Celtics?
The Boston Celtics. Again,
He's not going to Boston.
According to BetOnline.ag.
No.
The Boston Celtics are 8-1.
Maybe I could be speaking out of term here. So if I am, I apologize in advance. Doesn't LeBron crap on like the city of Boston every time he get like how the fans say the most deplorable things and he would never go there? So now he's going to go to Boston and all's going to be forgiven?
I think that's silly. I don't think there's no chance he goes to Boston.
Does he do that, Gelby?
I feel like I see that on my algorithm a lot. Or like when he did that podcast where he was like sitting in the barbershop or something.
No, that was Memphis, where he was just crapping all over Memphis and the hotel, and it kind of led to like a league-wide conversation about Memphis, the Grizzlies moving to Tennessee or moving to Nashville.
Clarify Boston for me. Just clarify Boston, because we're talking about Golden State so he can play with Steph and, Horford and Draymond and all the old guys, like bring the Golden Girls together. Cleveland, we know he loves Cleveland. He's from Cleveland. He's done that already. And then Miami, he's been here. What would be the Boston pull? Playing with Jason Tatum?
Winning a title? I mean,
they have a great chance to win a title.
Going to a team that can win a title, going to a stable organization, even though, who knows what happens with Jaylen Brown. But I will say this. the idea of LeBron leaving the Los Angeles Lakers and joining the Boston Celtics, to me, sounds wildly just absurd.
But that kind of fits LeBron's career. And by the way, I was right. He has said numerous times, I still hate Boston. We all hate Boston. He's also said they're racist as the F word. They will say anything. So, like, hey, if they're saying racist things to you, I could guarantee, I understand why you don't like them, but that would be a tough sell for me with how outspoken he's been on that to then say, oh, he wants to go to Boston. I think that is a 0% chance of happening. But how about the Spurs? Like, if I understand he says happiness, but if he's willing to take less to go to all these teams, you do the old guard you and the new guard Wemby. You go there, you take less, you play for San Antonio. They were just in the finals last year, and you could be the missing piece that brings San Antonio back another championship.
Pop's still in the building, even though he's not involved as he used to be. He has respect for that. He gets to play with the young guys. I would go with Spurs way over the Celtics.
You
and
they
they
get
just
Mitch
went
Johnson
to the damn
fired
championship.
and bring back like whatever coach you want that you do a podcast with. Like it's possible. Or Mitch Johnson could be the next Spoelstra. Maybe he becomes the next Spoelstra.
You can put a box of apple juice on the sideline and it beats Mitch Johnson out. This dude here ruined my betting altogether.
Like, if you think about this, if we're talking about LeBron and Steph Curry, the appeal of them playing together, imagine the appeal and how all the generations you could blend together with LeBron and Wemby.
A pick and roll with Bron and Wemby at the top of the key.
Yeah.
But
It'd be nasty.
Can you see him going to a team he's never played with? Like wearing another jersey at this stage of his career?
And is he ring chasing? Is he
Golden
ring
State.
chasing?
I think
is he ring chasing?
No,
I
I don't
don't
think he's
ring
ring
chasing.
I don't think he's ring chasing. I don't think he's ring chase since he left Cleveland. Because like when he went to the Lakers, I understand that the prestigious organization, people thought he was making an off-the-court decision that had nothing to do with winning a championship. That's why when I hear people say, oh, his time in Los Angeles was unsuccessful. He won a championship, but many people thought he was done winning championships.
Not only that, but he had multiple opportunities to leave LA to go ring chase if he really wanted to. Like, he could have joined the Warriors in 2021 or 2022, excuse me. He could have joined the Warriors 2 seasons ago in 2025, and he kept choosing to stay in Los Angeles. Crowder, I don't think it's that he's ring chasing. I think it's that he wants to be in a situation that satisfies multiple needs, which is happiness, just what the city is, what the organization is, and chance to win a title. Because like I told you guys last week when we started talking about this, LeBron's not going somewhere where he knows they don't have a chance to compete. It wouldn't make sense for that. Just retire, because he doesn't have anything left to accomplish in his career other than maybe winning another title, which I do think would help his legacy in the long term.
Yeah.
And you know this, Channing. How many times does a guy say, I still want to go win a championship? And then he goes to a destination and you're like, all right, he could talk himself into it, but it's not really winning a championship destination. It happens all the time. Like Calais Campbell a few years ago, I think he wanted to go win a championship and he signed with like the Atlanta Falcons. Give me a break.
Cardinals. He went back to
whoever
Arizona.
it was.
No, and that's the thing and this is so funny. We've said a number of times, this isn't a money decision. Okay, Bron, take $1 million a year then.
Yeah,
He's not taking $1 million a year.
Well, I mean, he would
15.
The minimum, the minimum he could play on a vet minimum deal, which for LeBron, because of how long he's been in the NBA, would be a lot more than anybody else could play on the minimum. But it just wouldn't count against the cap. He'd be playing on the vet minimum, and it would count a lot less against the cap. But Brian Windhorst is saying that for the first time in a long time, quote, money is not going to factor into this. So Crowder, maybe he will do that.
So I don't need to know my salary. Just make me happy. I don't believe that. I honestly don't. And I would love LeBron to be in. I'd love to take him vet minimum down here. And now we're helping the cap. And now we can add pieces around him. But I don't believe a guy like LeBron's going to take vet minimum.
So money doesn't matter to some extent. He's willing to go lower than he ever has before on the salary. But you can't be disrespectful to him. Remember why he's not coming back to the Lakers.
Right.
The initial reporting was they need to come to him and tell him why he's going to have to take less. And the Lakers are probably like, who are you really to tell us what to do right now? And LeBron was like, all right, I don't really need to go back there, but he's already making demands. These two didn't want to go and continue with the relationship because they both knew that they had one foot in the door and 1 foot out the door. But that was the initial part of all of this. The Lakers had to come to him and get his blessing on why he should maybe take less.
And this is a decision LeBron. So he got drafted to Cleveland. He comes to Miami, what do you call it, his college 4 years to learn how to really play basketball. Then he goes back to Cleveland to win one for his town, for his family, for his community. Then he goes to LA because he's interested in, the media side of stuff and, the movie stuff and all that stuff to get connections. Why is he going to go to his next destination? That's what would be the question. What is his push now? Because we knew his motivation on every move.
I'll tell you what it is.
Moving forward, what's his next motivation?
It's just to continue to keep on playing. Like, that's what it is. He's still playing at a level that's good enough to continue this. I think he just really wants to play. Like, Solana's right. He could have left LA a multitude of times, and he had the opportunities too, where the Lakers kind of strong-armed him into a spot that we've never seen. And LeBron, I think, just got fed up with that by, if I'm going to have to take less, I got to present this as an optics standpoint that they're not telling me what to do, and I'll just go take less to play somewhere else. Like, I only think there's 4 destinations. And that shows that the options are dwindling down for LeBron. And it feels like it could be Golden State, who didn't want him a few years ago. It feels like it could be the Heat. It feels like it could be the Cavs. And then I'll also throw the Spurs in the mix. Outside of those 4 teams, I don't think there's a team that he could go to.
I disagree wholeheartedly, Gelby. I think these are the teams that have believe they have a legitimate chance to actually land LeBron James. I think if LeBron called up the Sacramento Kings, I think if LeBron
but he's not
called
doing
up,
that.
I think if he called up the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think if Rich Paul reached out to any of the other 29 teams outside of the Lakers and said, LeBron wants to come play for you, I don't think there is a team in the NBA that would say no to LeBron James at this point in his career.
But if it has to be via sign and trade, that complicates it. Like, look at the Cavs. We talked about this last week. Are you giving up 5 years of Jared Allen, who's not the greatest player in the world, but he's 28 years old, for 1 year of LeBron?
I'm in agreement. I wouldn't do that either. But if we're talking about LeBron genuinely considering playing at whatever he needs to play at in terms of a contract to make it work with said team he's going to join, you're saying that the options have dwindled for LeBron at this stage of his career. And I'm arguing against
LeBron
that.
Wants
I don't think so.
For what LeBron wants, I think the options are dwindling. Because, like, he's not ending his career. Even if he's like, I'll play for $1 million a season, which has to be more than that. If the Kings were the last team on the earth.
I'm not telling you.
He's not going there.
Right, I'm not telling you he'd consider it, but I don't think any team would turn down LeBron. Even at 41, even with whatever baggage he comes with, I don't think there's a team that would turn him down.
Oh, yeah,
for ticket sales, they wouldn't turn LeBron down.
Knicks
playing
would, the
41
Thunder would.
games.
You think if LeBron James, you think if LeBron,
yes,
LeBron called
the Knicks would say no to LeBron James.
1,000%.
On the minimum.
Are you kidding me?
On the minimum, Gelb, they would turn him down.
What's the minimum?
No. Okay. So when in the NBA, if you take a vet minimum contract,
yes.
LeBron, I don't know what it would be at this stage of his career, but like he could make probably upwards of like $10 to $12 million, but it would only count against the cap at the vet minimum, and you can sign as many vet min contracts as you want, and even if you're above the apron or not. So the Knicks could sign LeBron James, even though they're above the apron at a vet minimum. I'm not saying they will, but if LeBron wanted to play at the vet min and it wouldn't count against the Knicks, they're not turning him down.
But now you're moving the goalposts.
No. For a player with 10 or more years of experience in the NBA, veteran minimum is projected to be around roughly $3.9 million. If LeBron says, I want to play in the Garden, give me $4 million,
sure,
Gelby, they would eat that
then
up.
They would say yes, but that wasn't our conversation. It was also what LeBron also wants, and he's going to want to make at least $15 to $20 million.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the money thing, but are you acting like the Knicks would tell him no? Man, nobody's telling LeBron no.
When you're on the throne, you don't need the king.
Oh, goodness gracious.
When you
Here
have
we
Deuce
go.
McBride and Landry Shamet, you don't need little LeBron James. You don't.
So you look down the bench and you see Shamit and you see LeBron James. Hey, Shamit, I need you.
Yeah,
go sub in.
I do. I say, Landry, throw up some threes. We actually know when the clock is ticking down that Landry Shamet would want to shoot the basketball, unlike that LeBron James.
You're crazy.
I can't believe. So I'm looking at it now. The projected salary for minimum contracts, it goes up with every year that you'd be in the league, but it stops at 10. So it goes 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years been in the league, 6 years been in the league, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's just a 10 plus Crowder, which is what you read, $3.875 million. The NBA's got with the way players are playing past 10 years now, and it seems like everybody's doing it at that level, they've got to work that into their next CBA where, like, keep that going up, because I genuinely believed LeBron's been in the league by 20, add, double that, 3.8 times 2, it should be closer to 10 million a
like
year.
You get a Udonis Haslem situation where the guy's just hanging around on the bench for like the last 5-6 years of his career and occasionally get into fights. Imagine how much he could have made.
Don't you badmouth my UD.
I don't. That's not bad mouthing, but it walks right into Solana's point, how long these guys are hanging around in the league. I would have messed with Udonis Haslem. Yeah, we know you got his number. Solana was basically making out with him a few weeks ago at that remote event. We know. Him and Tobin, they were the best well dressed they ever were because Udonis Haslem was sitting there.
Man,
did you hear us get on? Did you hear us get on Solana? Well, you weren't here when we had Mario Chalmers on.
No.
Oh my! He called him Rio. Everything. Rio this. Rio that. Rio. The real ones got to remember what you did for us. Rio. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, he gets weird, Gelby. He gets weird when Heat players are around.
I love Rio, man. Damn, I love Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, your breath was covered in him. I could smell it coming through the computer. Rio.
Real weird.
All right.
Did he hit you with those that know ball? Did he hit you with one of those?
No,
he loves to say that.
He said the real Rio fans know. The original Mario Chalmers supporters. Yeah, all eight of you.
I mean, hey, 18 points in that game 6 when LeBron scored 4 in the fourth quarter. I mean, the real ones remember. That's all I'm saying.
You're the greatest number 6 in the history of the Heat organization is what he said to him.
That's true as well. They should retire 6, and it's not LeBron that's going up in the Raptors.
It kills me when he acts like he's Pat Riley. Those that know ball. So get out of here, man. We watched the same game.
You know what? I just thought about this. If Pat really makes a push for LeBron, while Pat Riley, and let's say LeBron says no, while Pat Riley is living, would they retire LeBron's number if Pat, who basically bent the knee here, then gets rejected by LeBron?
Yes.
They're retiring. That number 6 is going up in the Rafters.
While Pat's still living, if LeBron rejects Pat this time.
1,000%. I'm telling you, you guys are you're conflating a relationship that soured 12 years ago to their current relationship now.
No, we're not.
Which is nowhere near as contentious as it was 12 years ago. I'm
just asking a question. I asked a simple question.
I'm giving you the answer.
I was just asking the question. It was not me saying Pat did this and LeBron did that. I was just asking the question.
I think Cleveland, LA, and Miami are going to race to get their statue built before the other organization when LeBron hangs it up.
The only one he really needs a statue in is Cleveland. Like, you got to retire the numbers in Miami and in LA, but like Cleveland's the only one that really needs a statue.
When I was 15, Trey Johnson opened my book bag, snatched it open in front of all the girls in the main area of North Springs High School and embarrassed me, and I hate him to this day, Solana. So don't put years on hate.
Well, what fell out of the bag?
All my books fell down. It was like the main area. He was picking on me. He was picking on me, and I was a little sophomore walking in with my book bag, and he snatched my book bag open, and all my stuff fell on the ground, and he laughed and walked away. He was a senior baseball player. If I see him to this day, I'm gonna punch him right in his nose.
You said his name was what? Trey Johnson?
I don't know his last name. I know his first name was Trey.
So I'll be so proud if you're doing one thing that I think you're doing right now.
I'm gonna try to book him tomorrow, 2:20.
I thought Solana was going to pick up his phone and be like, see this number? Trey Johnson. All right, what else you got for headlines here, Solana? Because we got a break.
I'll find that yearbook.
I hate him.
Yeah.
Right, let me just give you the local stuff. The Florida Panthers did make
Trey
a big
died
move.
5 years ago.
Oh, God rest his soul.
The Florida Panthers made a big move earlier today, and it does seem like the Sergei Bobrovsky era is done. Yesterday, they acquired goaltender Arkin Schmidt from Vegas, and today they traded Erod and Boquist to the New Jersey Devils, and in return, they get back Jacob Markstrom and forward Angus Crookshank. So the Panthers now have 2 goalies on their roster. Sergei Bobrovsky, we bid you adieu. Also, the Marlins, they do play tonight. They're going to continue their series in Colorado against the Rockies. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 92 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to be in the mid to upper 80s. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. In the World Cup, by the way, Ivory Coast equalized late in the game, only for Erling Haaland to score an 86th-minute winner. So Norway advances out of the round of 32. France-Sweden is coming up at 5 o'clock. Serena Williams is playing right now at Wimbledon, her first slam event in years. She's back on the court.
Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gilbin for Hawk. We're back after this.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
In college, they called me Black Bill Gates.
All righty, welcome back in. It's Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gelbin for Hawk on this Tuesday. The three latest tweets that I see about LeBron James as he is leaving the Los Angeles Lakers. Free agency starts tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Dave McMenamin was on ESPN. I know that several members of LeBron's inner circle are going to meet him in Ohio this week, so take that for what it's worth. Also, Bobby Marks was on ESPN. He called the Miami Heat the most intriguing team for LeBron. I think the most intriguing team is Miami with Giannis, certainly with Bam. He could fit in there, and they could fill out the rest with their vet minimums. And then also, Brian Windhorst, something that we've been talking about. LeBron's number one priority this season is happiness. It's not going to be necessarily who's got the most money to offer. Solana, let me ask you this. This is not LeBron James related. Like, let's say the Heat don't get LeBron James. You keep on seeing all these names that are speculated, how they could fill out the rest of this roster with Giannis and with Bam. And you hear from Tim Hardaway Jr., you've heard from Anthony Simons, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent, potential reunions there. I saw one name yesterday, and it's not that I forgot he was in the league, but this name is always out there, and the guy has done very little recently. Would there be any excitement about Bradley Beal coming to the Miami Heat?
Hey, I love Bradley Beal.
But do you like him as a basketball player?
Yes,
No.
he's a bucket.
Yeah,
No,
10
he's not.
years ago.
10 years ago. So, Gelb, we talked about this yesterday. Here's the thing. From a basketball perspective, absolutely not. He's played 6 games in the last 2 seasons, something like that. I want nothing to do with Bradley Beal. But, Gelb, you could appreciate this. Hawk despises Bradley Beal, but not because Bradley Beal is a bad guy, not because he doesn't think that at one point he was a quality player. It's that for the last decade, the Miami Heat have constantly been attached to Bradley Beal. Every offseason, Bradley Beal this, Bradley Beal that. And about 5 years ago, Hawk denounced Bradley Beal. He made it a rule that we will no longer bring up Bradley Beal's name on the show because he was just sick of the Bradley Beal rumors that never came to fruition. So from just this one standpoint, for a show perspective, to annoy the hell out of Hawk, we want Bradley Beal to come to the Miami Heat. But again, that's just Crowder, Jimmy, and I being trolled. We want to troll Hawk a little bit. It'd be fun for a year. It'd be fun for a year.
Solana, come off the bench, microwave, need a little offensive encouragement. Come on, man. Let's go, Brad.
So Hawk is out the rest of the week as he's, I think, still in Switzerland. Is that where he is?
He's in Milan right now.
Oh,
he's in Italy.
Sorry, I missed that part of the vacation where he went from Switzerland to Milan. I apologize on that. I just keep on seeing avocado toast, so I have no clue where he actually is.
Finds it everywhere.
So he's out the rest of the week, and then he's going to be back on July 6th, right?
Yes.
And that is the day where Giannis could officially be announced. Can you imagine if you just go to Hawk and you go right when he gets back from vacation? How about Bradley Beal coming to the Heat? First thing back.
Well, it's just so perfect because we were talking about this yesterday. Hawk and I spent 2 months yelling at each other on this show because he wants to take Giannis at his word that he wants to be in Milwaukee. And how
I was there when that started.
You were here. And how could you possibly not believe Giannis Antetokounmpo when he's telling you that he doesn't want to be anywhere, he wants to stay in Milwaukee? And how perfect would it be, Gelb, if when Hawk comes back, not only is Giannis Antetokounmpo on the Heat, like I told him would end up happening, but Bradley Beal was on the Miami Heat as well.
Did you guys check your phones? We just got a text from Hawk. Turned on YouTube for 5 seconds. If Bradley Beal comes to the Heat, I'm staying in Italy. You know what? Hey, Bradley, I will get you to Miami right now. You want Prime 112? You want Joe's? You want Carbone? You want to go to one of Channing Crowder's strip clubs? He'll get you in for free. Whatever you want, Bradley.
I got you, Brad. We can hit Tootsies all day on me.
Hawks
Come on,
doing
Brad.
Gabagool Radio in Italy. Stu Gotts and Hawk in Italy doing their podcast together. I can see it now.
Hey, man, y'all never got bullied as kids?
Everyone's got bullied once or twice, right?
I was gonna say, I don't know. I was telling my bullying story, and y'all acting like something wrong. Everybody got
I will
bullied.
say you don't expect Channing Crowder to get bullied.
And it created the monster of Channing Crowder after getting bullied and then growing 6 inches and being like that. This is going to come to an end right now, and that's why I started getting arrested.
I don't think you're telling us something about this story though, because I asked you a very pointed question. What was in your bag? And you were like, no, there must have been something in the bag that was embarrassing that got you teased.
No, you're walking through, high schools are, it's the hallways. So it's like the main area where everybody hangs out, between classes. And you're just walking through with your little book bag on. I'm a little sophomore, and the bit, the cool.
You were not a little sophomore. You were a big ass sophomore.
And sophomore, I didn't get 6 feet till junior summer. I was like 5'9". I was a cornerback until I turned into a linebacker as a junior.
Jimmy's 42. He didn't get to 6 feet yet. All right,
man. Jimmy's a pipsqueak. But I'm sorry, Jimmy. But you're walking through the.
I'm not 42, by the way. I'm 40.
Sorry, Jimmy.
You're walking through all the senior girls, all the the pretty girls. Everybody cool is sitting there, and a guy grabs and snatches your zippers open, and all your books fall out on the ground. And he laughs, and everybody else laughs, and they walk away. That's bullying.
Trey Johnson. We got to get him on tomorrow.
His last name's not Johnson. I just made that up. I know his first name's Trey, and I'm gonna dive on his ass if I ever see him. But it's another bullying story. It was a dude that was slow. He was like mentally slow. His name was Tobias Khan. He lived in my neighborhood. He lived in my project little area. And he would do this goofy stuff. I don't know if you know, Gab. Like I would dig holes, like just dig big, deep holes in the yard for fun.
Now you're learning why Crowder got bullied.
Yeah. Like I would
Madame Zeroni curse your family forever too in the movie holes.
I would get a shovel and just dig as deep as I can in the ground until I hit rocks. And then I put the dirt back in the hole and go dig another hole. I was a different kid. But Tobias, who was slow, he'd come and hang out. Like he'd dig the hole with me because he didn't know no different. He didn't know it was crazy. So we made a beaver dam in a creek one time. We put a bunch of rocks and branches so that the water couldn't flow anymore and made like a little lake. Real silly. I don't know. Now I'm looking back at 42. It was different type stuff, Gil. So there was 2 brothers.
Wait, there's more to this story?
There was 2 brothers, Brandon and Braylon, and they were bullies in the neighborhood. And we were swimming one time, and they gave Tobias Khan a wedgie. They grabbed his drawers because he used to tuck his shirt into his drawers. They grabbed his drawers and jammed his drawers in his butt crack. He didn't know it was bullying. He thought it was like, that's what the boys do to each other. It's ha, 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 funny. The next time we were at the pool, we're just sitting there hanging out. Tobias Khan grabbed my drawers and pulled them so hard that it ripped the elastic off of the top of my drawers. The elastic was wrapped around my chest, and he just standing there and looked at me and started laughing. He thought it was like a friendly thing. He didn't know it was bullying. And so then I couldn't get mad at him because I saw what Brandon and Braylon did to him. And so I got bullied by a bullied person. And, I just kind of had to eat them. Had to eat them drawers in my butt crack.
I don't even know how you want me to touch this story.
That's a true story, Tobias Khan.
Headlines. What's the one? That's how I felt like we're in the headlines. I was like, oh, okay. Your weather.
Tobias Khan, that's his name. Conn.
Gotcha. Let's book Tobias tomorrow. We'll have him
you
on.
can book Tobias.
Forget Jeff Halfley or Mario Cristobal or Stephen A. Smith. We'll have Tobias Khan on the show.
Crowder, I didn't realize you were such a big
man. Listen,
what an ish.
I didn't get big till late in life. I was a late bloomer.
All right, it's Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Some guy was in the YouTube chat. Talk about something other than LeBron James. See what happens when we talk about something other than LeBron James? It's Crowder's syndrome, trauma from getting bullied. Oh, God forbid he had to be like the rest of us and got bullied one time in his life. Solana's like, that was every Wednesday for me.
Think about the pain of your drawers jamming in your butt crack hard enough where the elastic rips off.
Yeah,
that was traumatic.
That doesn't seem comfortable.
It wasn't comfortable, but I turn and it's Tobias and he's giggling and I'm like, Tobias, what are we doing? Man.
It's Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. When you hear an awkward story like this, we'll just take a break and we'll come back in about 5 minutes and we'll regroup.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You know who never just kind of mails it in?
Oh.
The Costco guys.
LeBron James in Miami Heat jersey this season. He makes the team better. He fills a need for the Miami Heat in terms of a
All righty, welcome back in. It's Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gelbin for Hawk. We have some breaking news in the NBA, and it once again just makes me thankful that the Miami Heat got Giannis Antetokounmpo, because if we were dealing with today that, like, let's say Giannis went to Boston and we got a breaking news alert that the Miami Heat acquired Kawhi Leonard, I would not love it, because look how many people are freaking out about Giannis with this health. Giannis being 31. Kawhi is 35 and also has a tree planting investigation to circumvent the salary cap looming over his head. And according to Shams Charania, the Clippers are nearing a deal sending Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. That is what sources told Shams Charania. So you see Ja traded over the weekend. They basically had to give him away for nothing. Thanks, but no thanks. Kawhi, thanks, but no thanks. But in Miami, you guys got Giannis Antetokounmpo.
We're winning the offseason.
Where champions are made.
Now, aren't we? Oh, look at you, Knicks fan. We're winning the offseason, Gil.
I was
Stop
serious
hating.
there. You guys have had a very good offseason. Like, Miami's a destination. The Heat organization still has respect. The Raptors have to go shake their ass for some guy that rejected them a few years ago that won a championship. The Portland Trailblazers could only get someone when they have off the court problems. Go back to the Jailblazers documentary. It's like the Heat are, even though they've been down recently, they're still a premier destination in this sport.
Yeah, and it's the would it be this third run? Would Jimmy be called a run? Because we had the Shaq Wade, then we had the big three. Then would Jimmy be called a run too for Pat?
Yeah. They went to 2 finals.
Yeah, I think so. To me, it's those eras, right? It's the Wade Shaq era. It's the big three era. And then it was the Jimmy Butler era. And now you're entering Pat Riley's, really his 5th era, because I think Zoe and Tim Hardaway gets some respect as well. The Giannis Bam era.
This is the last stand. Like, this is the last stand for Pat Riley, just in terms of this is the last major move that he makes. Like, if they get LeBron back, it's a move, don't get me wrong. But it's not a franchise-altering move. Giannis is the last franchise-altering move that I think Pat Riley makes.
How old's Pat?
82?
80, 81.
Yeah, he's 80. He's 81. He'll be 82 next March. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna roll this thing out to 90. He looks good.
I think if it was up to him, he would. I think it's like up until his last breath. Like, he'll be on the deathbed. I love the Miami Heat.
Oh no, Gil. Pat looks better than all 4 of us.
He does. And I know that he challenged the media a few years ago to do some push-ups. I think Pat could do more push-ups than all of us combined, if I'm just being honest.
Yeah. I've talked to Pat a number of times at events, because the only person inviting me is UD. And man, he is endearing. I fall in love with him over and over again.
Does he actually, though, entertain you, or does he oh, you're just a member of the media, I don't want to talk to you? Does he recognize, like, oh, this is Channing Crowder, like a former athlete?
I don't think he knows who the hell I am, but I think he sees UD treat me nice.
No, he definitely knows
so he
who you
treats me nice.
Pat Riley, he could pretend like he's not plugged in. He could pretend like he doesn't care what he says. He knows every single person that's on the radio. He definitely knows you from the pivot. He 1,000% knows who Channing Crowder is.
Yeah, Crowder, didn't he tell you that he listens to the show? I remember the day after you went to UD's retirement party, you told us that.
Yeah.
Pat said, "Oh, I love tuning in. You guys are hilarious." Something along those lines.
Yes, he said that. I still don't believe him though. I don't know. Like, I don't think Pat Riley's sitting there at 322 listening.
No, but like those guys that listened to the radio years ago that are in sports, like John Mara with the Giants, him and his dad would always listen to FAN. Pat would used to do interviews with Mike and Chris before like playoff games, so he's definitely plugged in. And knows Solana, because Solana says all those nice positive things about him, knows Crowder, and knows, I guarantee you, there is no doubt that he knows everyone on this show, especially being the home of the Miami Heat. Anyway, let's get a stock market report. We got World Cup updates. We got headlines. Solana, take it away.
Thank you very much, Gelby. This stock market report is brought to you by our friends at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Dow Jones gained 135 points. It's up 2.6 0.26%. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ were up as well today, Crowder. 0.79% and 1.52% respectively. So that's another decent day on Wall Street with the Dow closing up over 100 points. That's brought to you again by our friends at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
It's a steak night. I don't know if you know that, Gail. We eat steak when the market's good. We eat chicken nuggets when the market's bad.
Invite me over for either, if I'm just being honest with you. I'll have some chicken nuggets. I'll have some steak, whichever one you want. After the vacation I just had, where I had a delicious meal at a restaurant in Margate called Stephen Cookies and then Chef Vola's, tonight will be a salad night for your boy.
you gotta get those calories back down.
Yeah, I got to get that skinny hip back for the photos I got to take on July 4th weekend. Oh, I ate like a pig, an absolute pig.
Yeah, I ate 2 grilled cheese sandwiches last night at 12:45.
You had the munchies.
Oof. I didn't have the munchies. I was traveling and the West Coast, East Coast thing, and then running around, and I was just up. What's it? I Will Find You on Netflix. Have y'all seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's a good show. I Will Find You. It's crazy.
You made your grilled cheese sandwiches like yourself?
Yeah.
Well, how do you do that? You go butter on both sides?
No, actually, I melt the butter. I put one piece of bread down, and then I take that bread off, put it on a paper towel, then melt some more butter, put the other piece of bread down. Then I make the sandwich, and then now there's butter on both outsides. Then I leave it low and slow.
Low and slow.
Yeah. I don't want to burn it. I just want to crisp it, melt the cheese. Oh my goodness, it was delicious.
Throw a little bacon in there. Throw a little swine in there.
No, I don't do the bacon. The Velveeta, I don't know what Velveeta is. I know it's not real cheese though.
Yeah, that's as high quality cheese as you can find. Velveeta.
That's not real. Those single, what they call the Velveeta singles, that's not cheese. It's delicious, but it's not cheese.
Grilled cheese, just as much butter as you can put on that bitch. Like, sign me up, man. Just sign me up.
I'm rubbing off on Solana. He's in a shock jock era. Yeah, more butter you can put on that bitch.
I'm telling you, man.
Butter up those rolls, biatch.
Man, I ate about 5 popsicles, 2 grilled cheese. I was sleeping good.
And by the way, I read this a lot. It was a big craze, Crowder. We talked about it. Grilled cheese in the air fryer. Everybody's like, oh, you got to try this grilled cheese in the air fryer. Oh, it's so good in the air fryer. No, it's not. It's not as good as it is just on a pan with 5 sticks of butter. As much butter as you can put on that bitch. And just delicious, man.
Do you mush your grilled cheese and flatten them?
I mush it all the way down.
He mushes that bitch.
Musher. I'm not a musher of that bitch. I'm not a musher. I like my fluffy bread.
Bitch, I mush it. All right, you're
when I worked at Five Guys, that was a very popular item. People order grilled cheese. Like, you would think just burgers. No, people love grilled cheese from Five Guys.
Yeah, my daughter would ask for a grilled cheese 3 times a day if I let her.
Yeah, you smack that bitch right on the grill and you serve it up, right?
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know who has a wildly good grilled cheese? Starbucks. And I know, Gelby, you're in the city. There's probably a billion places better than Starbucks.
I love Starbucks.
I'm not even like the biggest Starbucks coffee fan. Honestly, I think it's overhyped. It's too expensive. The Starbucks grilled cheese is one of the best grilled cheese sandwiches I've ever had in my life.
See, why do you always assume? Like, you think I'm always just gonna
throw
darts
New Yorkers? You New Yorkers, like, oh, you go to Starbucks? Oh, we've got 30 cafe shops right around the corner.
I literally had a Starbucks addiction. But like, for 3 years, I would go every day. It's too expensive, though.
I'm with him, Gail, but you New Yorkers, y'all,
Yeah,
I love
New
Starbucks.
Yorkers.
You haven't been to Rogers on 46 and 8th.
Yeah.
Like, they'll always have a cutesy thing to say.
Bagel
about
Pub. You got to go to Bagel Pub and get that egg everything bagel.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I got a bagel shop right around the corner. Trust me, it's the best bagels in the city. Yeah, okay.
It's the water.
17,000 places in New York City that sell bagels. Guess what?
There's
They
a
all
lot.
taste the same.
No,
they all taste the same.
You know what? I'm not even entertaining your stupidity because my brain is just getting dumber listening to this jackassery that is coming out of your mouth right now. There's bad bagel spots in New York City. There's bad pizza spots. The tourists come in from like Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, I've never had a good bagel in my life. Oh, any spot's good. No, there's elite spots.
Yeah,
when you go to an elite spot, it's different.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because there's just so much science that goes into a bagel.
But it doesn't mean that other places can't have great bagels. Like when I'm in Florida, I love going to Bagel Emporium.
Sal's.
Like Solana, you want to be a food guy. Your body structure does not allow you to be a food guy. You are emaciated.
Okay. Just because I don't wear a size 3X like you and Crowder
2X.
doesn't mean that I don't know anything about food. I happen to be the biggest foodie on this show. I mean, Crowder's making grilled cheese at midnight. Like, it disqualifies him from this conversation. With Velveeta, you bum.
What am I supposed to use? Velveeta melts. It's delicious.
When I went to Hebrew school, they would used to like make you donate money. It was like called tzedakah. It was a good deed. They would have like these little skinny kids like on the boxes that you would donate. That's where the money would be going in for the food. I thought I saw Solana on one of them.
He was on there until he got in middle school, and that joker blew up. Where's the picture? Put the picture up.
Yeah, that's right. So Solana, you were one.
You telling me he didn't eat grilled cheese with Velveeta?
Oh my God, you were one fat son of a bitch. Holy crap. Is that Augustus Gloop? Oompa loompa doopity doo.
That fella. And he had bangs.
Oh my God. That's you, Solana?
But my flow, I mean, look at that flow. I had great hair, man. I had great hair. Now it's all gone, but I had great hair, bro.
What are you holding?
Well, I was in jazz band.
Drumsticks?
Yeah, I was a percussionist.
Jazz band.
That's my snare. That's my snare drum and my drumsticks.
And then we go hold chicken drumsticks in his hand too. That's how he got so fat.
He put those down 5 minutes before.
Oh my God. That's good. Like when Solana gets married, like, you know, sometimes they put like photos when you're younger. They're gonna be like, who the heck is this random kid?
It's this little heavy fella with a bow tie on and bangs.
Big baby Solana. Oh my God.
Oh.
Really, Jimmy, you had to turn your mic on to make sure we all heard you laughing. Because Jimmy, I'm pretty sure you're the same height as I was in that picture now, and you weigh double what I weigh in that picture right now.
No,
so don't turn on your mic. Don't turn on your mic to make sure we all heard you laughing.
I'm throwing a challenge flag.
We got enough for the laughter.
I'm sorry. Like, I went after Crowder before for trying to put down your athleticism or lack of it. Now you go after Jimmy when Crowder and I basically just scored a goal, and you're like, don't do that to Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy turns on his mic to make sure we all hear him laughing at me getting
Damn
torched.
right.
We got you, buddy. We got you.
Jimmy, just go to HR. File a complaint against that guy.
Somebody, Fins Up on the chat says, Solana shopped in the Husky section. Damn right I did.
You was a Husky baby.
All throughout middle school, I was shopping in that Husky section, man.
Him and Michael Orr, they needed bigger and taller. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah. But guess what, Gelb? I am 100% confident that even at that weight in middle school, I was still getting more girls than you were throughout your life. 100%. 100%.
Solana has like 3 plays in his playbook. I could see that joke coming from a mile away.
He had game with his jazz band. Come on, man.
In science class, they needed the microscope to find your piece of deal.
Nobody in jazz band gets no action, man. Come on, Solana.
All right, your headlines.
Solana just touched the flute a lot. That's what he did in jazz band.
Home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen at DoralVolkswagen.com. Hey, get serious, man. Come on. Get serious. It's a sports show. Show.
Back to LeBron.
No, what do you guys think about this deal from that Shams Charania tweeted? I know you read it, Gelby, earlier, but Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors. The Clippers are going to get Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, of course, 2 first-round picks.
Stop making it so sexual, please. That's his name.
1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders for Kawhi Leonard at this age. I mean, man, that is a haul.
Yeah.
And maybe they could be like, the ceiling for that team is to maybe get to a conference finals. Like, I get it if Kawhi is healthy and he's on the court, and that was a sneakily good team last year. Like, he could elevate them, but like I know you guys thought I was kidding. This tree planting circumvent the salary cap investigation. When do we get an answer on that? Because imagine if you're the Raptors, you trade for him, and then there's a punitive action. Because I'm not the biggest Pablo Torre fan, but he laid that thing out pretty clear. It didn't seem like there was much gray in that report.
Yeah, and then it's always with the Kawhi now, and we talk about it like you were talking about, saying Giannis is old and now he's only 31. Kawhi, if he always takes load management. He's not going to play a lot of games. He's going to try to manage his body. Yeah. You're going to miss more games as you get older. Father Time is undefeated. So I don't know what this move is about. I think they're trying to move forward, but I love Brandon Ingram. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoy watching him play basketball.
Serena Williams lost the first set in the first round at Wimbledon to Maya Joint. She just won the second set in a breaker. So this is going to a third set. Serena Williams at age 44 at Wimbledon in the first round in the third set right now. That's just underway.
I didn't know this. I know he plays a lot of tennis. You know who's a massive tennis fan?
Who?
Joe Rose. Joe, yeah. I heard Joe this morning on the station talking about how like everyone's talking about the World Cup, but he has to mix in Wimbledon because he loves not only playing tennis, which I knew, but also watching tennis.
I'm torn on this because I love Serena. I love the comeback after the kids, and she's really like breaking through barriers for women, but I also really enjoy my joint.
Your weather?
That was a good one.
That was good. I like that.
She's not eating any grilled cheeses anymore if she's trying to play. I'll tell you that. I can see why your stand-up comedy career didn't last that long.
Come on now. That was a good one, Gab. You can go to hell.
Crowder just had all of his friends in the room, so they would have some sympathy laughs. Like, come on, Solana. You went to those Crowder comedy events. You didn't actually enjoy yourself there, right?
Bro, I'm not even going to hate on Crowder, man. I'll take any chance to make fun of Channing Crowder, especially when we're talking about his football career. But Crowder legit had great stage presence, and he was legit funny on stage. And by the way, I had heard all those stories already because he just recycled material from this show. But he was legit funny. I'm not even going to hate on. I won't let him. I won't let Gelby try to team up with me to gang up on you, Crowder. You were good up there, man.
Appreciate you, Solana.
Yeah. Did it help, Gelb, that I didn't pay for the ticket that I got in for free? I mean, sure.
And you got free booze.
Free booze. I mean, yeah.
Crowder powder. Crowder did the reverse Trey Johnson there. He just went up to everyone in the audience before and started bullying them. If you don't laugh at my jokes, I'm going to take your underwear and pull them up to your nipples.
I was Tobias Khan. He ripped the elastic off my drawers.
He texted me during the break, Tobias Khan. He said your story was fake news. You and Brian Williams. Never seen you guys in the same room.
Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 92 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the upper 70s. It's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
We'll do Talk About It Tuesday next. It's Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gelbin for Hawk right here on 104.3 FM, WQAM.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
I don't think you could offer me any money for my dog. I love my dog.
I got 100,000 cash.
Take them.
Alrighty, welcome back in. It is Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Zach Gelbin for Hawk for the rest of the week. And Alejandro Solana. When it's a Tuesday on this show, we know that it's Talk About It Tuesday, so I have you take it away with Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy, let's hit the big open.
Okay.
Dale.
On
Man,
Tuesdays,
Jimmy's such a coward. You could have had Gelb
Hochman Crowder talk about it.
so upset there. Pick 3 restaurants to eat at for the rest of your life.
Talk about it.
How often are you changing your toothbrush?
Talk about it.
Pecan or pecan?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
By the way, Dave McMenamin just tweeted out that LeBron instructed Rich Paul to talk to everyone around the league who's interested in playing for him or him playing for them, and then to come back with him with the option so he can make his decision. I don't know what that means, but there you go.
Talk about it.
This one just randomly came to my mind this morning. You have to pick one of these. Every sporting event you go to for the rest of your life, every sporting event or concert for the rest of your life, you have to sit in the nosebleeds, or every time you fly for the rest of your life, you're in the last group to board and you sit in the very back row of the plane. You have to choose one of those. Which one would you choose?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
I don't even think it's close.
Oh, Gelby. We got to start that over again. You got to wait for the drop, Gelby. You're going to have to hit that again, Jimmy. One more time. I mean, learn the rules of the game, Gelby. They're pretty simple. Just wait for the drop before you can start talking.
Explain the
Talk
rules.
about it.
Talk about Jump the it. gun in multiple
Talk
ways.
about it.
I don't follow the rules.
Well, now we have to do this again.
That was intentional.
So you guys got it, right?
Yeah.
Every concert, sporting event, you're sitting nosebleeds.
Mm-hmm.
Or every time you fly for the rest of your life, and Crowder, I know you fly quite a bit, you have to sit in the back row of every airplane flight for the rest of your life, but you also board last. You're like the last one on the plane. Which one are you choosing?
I don't even think it's close here. Like, I would sit in the upper deck at every sporting event, every play, every whatever. Yeah, upper deck and then some. The last boarding group is obnoxious because then your carry-on bag can get checked, and that's like the worst thing. But sitting in the last row of the plane next to the stinky bathroom, yeah, no thank you. And also, I'm 6'4", so my knees would be in the other person's seat.
Wow.
Gilby. I think Solana knows my answer because I do it on purpose. I would sit in the last row in the middle seat all day long, other than sitting in the nosebleeds. These dudes look like ants. I don't even know what's going on. Gail, did y'all hear my Nike story last week?
What, that you went to Nike and then they gave you a bunch of free stuff?
No, they booked us all flights. They booked us all first class
with
flights.
the credit, right? You degraded so you could get.
I degraded and got $800 of Delta
millions of dollars. What is he doing?
Because I you know what? I want $1 million. If I have millions, I have a little money put away. I want $1,800,000 more than I want to sit in first class. I will sit in the back row, 36B, middle seat, snore, lean on my neighbors. I don't care where I am at on that plane. And when they do take your bag, when you walk down the little runway, the little jetway, they bring it right back to the jetway. I'm in no rush. Bring it back up here. Let me put this little green tag on it. I would love to sit front row. I was in the 4th row, Game 5, Heat Nuggets a couple years ago. I like a good seat at a sporting event. I don't give a damn where I'm in that plane. I'm going to tell you something, too. You know where we're all going to end up? At our destination. We're going to all be at the destination, Gilby. That's where we're going to go. I guarantee that plane's going to land. It might take me longer to get off, but I'm going to be at the same place that you get to.
And that's exactly why you show up when you fly an hour late to the show, because you're letting all 37 rows out the plane before you because you're in row 38, which it takes an extra hour after you land to get off the plane.
Gelby, if I'm in row 12, I still let 6 rows go before me. I'm in no rush. I just like to gently get off. I like to talk to the flight attendants and smile at people. I enjoy life.
Jimmy?
I'm gonna say nosebleed at a sporting event. Like, why do I have to sit in the back?
I don't know if you get the question, Jimbo.
Yeah, I'm not sure you understand the question, bro. So you're taking. You'd rather give up.
I think Jimmy would rather be sitting courtside at the games. He doesn't care about the last seat of the row in the plane, right?
I don't care.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm in agreement with Crowder. Here's my thing, though. I hate, because this happened to me the other day, I hate people that try to skip groups. Oh, well, I'm here. Oh, I want to board with my family. I hate this person, because here's the thing. You know, all you're doing is beating me to go stand in another line to get onto the plane. And these people, they stand around the boarding section when it's not even their group yet. They block the entryway into the boarding lanes because they want to feel entitled. They want to be the first ones. When you call group 7, oh, I'm the first one in group 7. You're just a loser is what you are. We're all going to get on the plane. We're all going to be on the plane. And guess what? Oh, there's no more overhead space. They're just going to put it underneath the plane, and then it's going to be waiting for you right when you land. It's going to be waiting for you. They won't even check it. It's just going to be waiting for you right in the tunnel or whatever it's called. So what's the big deal? These people are nuts. These people that try to be the first ones on the plane, they need to be the first ones in line when they call their group. Doesn't make any sense. Sitting all the way nosebleeds for concerts and sporting events the rest of my life sounds miserable. Like you're never near the action ever again. So
yeah, but you're with the real people. You're with the real fans.
Yeah, but for a sporting event, I am with you. Real fans sit up top. However, Gelb, for
so I sit down low.
Me too. I mean,
and let me go a little further on this too, because it just happened to me. I get irate, irrationally irate, when the person gets wheelchaired down to the airplane. And then gets up and walks fine, walks to their seat fine. If you have a medical problem, I understand. I'm cool. Don't get wheelchaired past me in group 1 if you're going to just stand up and walk on the plane fine. Well, I want them to put you in carry you on the plane.
Channing, that's called embellishing a little bit. Yes, some of those people could walk through the airport, just like how you have bad knees. You could get a wheelchair access to the beginning of the plane. You can if you really wanted to with the shape of those knees that you have.
I know, but you know what? I tighten up, I toughen up, and I get it done, Gail.
Yeah, if you just did that during your football career, maybe you'd be in the Hall of Fame.
All right. My next one here for Talk About It, too, is I know we're up against it. This is kind of a reach, okay? This is kind of a reach. And if you guys think this is a dumb topic, totally understand. We can move forward. I have others. But yesterday was National Waffle Iron Day. And that's a little waffle iron maker that you'll see at a buffet.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like a hotel.
And I was just, at a hotel, sometimes at a buffet as well. And I was thinking, is the waffle iron the best station at any buffet? So you've got like the raw bar, you've got the omelet station, you've got all the bread station, you've got all the stations, but for whatever reason, the waffle iron station to me is always the most consistent because you know what you're getting with the waffle. So is the waffle iron station the best station at any buffet?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
I actually had some PTSD with this one.
Uh-oh.
I went to Nebraska last year. I was a guest of Matt Rule, going back to our connection from our Temple days. And I brought my brother-in-law on for the trip. So we're in the hotel lobby, and they have one of those waffle machines. And I told my brother-in-law, I'm like, just don't make a fool out of yourself on this trip. He goes to get the batter to put in the waffle machine. and it wouldn't stop. The batter just kept on coming out and coming out and coming out. They had to get the security, like the maintenance staff, to come over, and the hotel lobby almost flooded because the whole batter was just everywhere. And I go, I can't take you anywhere. I love the waffle station, but you said it, Solana, the omelet. Like, I could do whatever I want with. There's always the longest line. I get it. The omelet's not the best thing, but you can put so many toppings in there. Oh, I love me. And if I ever have at a hotel, a resort, whatever, and there's an omelet station, I'm a pig rolling in doo-doo.
This is not just breakfast, right? You brought up Raw Bar.
Yeah, I mean, what this should have been, now that Gail mentions it, I just wanted to rail against the omelet station because I think it's the most uncomfortable, disgusting thing. So really the question should have been waffle iron station or the omelet station at a breakfast buffet. But Crowder, I'll give you the floor. I mean, I worded this entire thing so poorly. Like, go ahead.
And Crowder's been to some interesting buffets at those strip clubs, let me tell you. He's there for more than the legs and the thighs, I'll tell you that.
When we're talking about all day stations, you're talking about oysters, stone crabs. You're talking about clams, all that stuff. I don't want a damn waffle. I want to eat the good stuff that's cold sitting there.
You're right. Yeah, and I don't eat fish, so like it just didn't occur to me because it's not something I would stop at. But you're right. It's ridiculous to even suggest that the waffle would be better than any of that. So waffle iron station or the waffle station compared to the omelet station really is what this is about.
Omelet,
100%. Because now you get to talk to the person. Now it's interaction. Hey, a little green onions, a little more. It's almost like a Subway. It's like a little baby Subway for eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, but they are always like, they're trying to pretend like they're the best egg maker, like they're the experts in the egg making industry. Hey, jackass, I know how to make an egg too, okay? I know how to make an omelet. You're not launching an effing rocket up to NASA. Like, you're making an omelet. You can look down at the pan. You don't have to look at me, and you don't have to pretend like this is some pseudoscience. Like, just make my damn omelet. By the way, the idea of me having to tell the person what I want in the omelet too just pisses me off. I've waited 15 minutes. Now I have to have a conversation about green peppers in my omelet. The whole thing is just uncomfortable to me.
I've never thought about this until my girlfriend, when we were at a resort, had the omelet made this way. She goes, I want an omelet. And then at the end, she goes, but scramble it. Like, I think this, with all the toppings with scrambled eggs, is better than the regular omelet. I thought she was nuts. I was about to be like, we're breaking up. Like, who goes to an omelet station and says, you're not going to get an omelet? She asked for all of her toppings, and they put the batter. She goes, scramble it. And I'm like, that's actually genius. Tastes better than the omelet, honestly.
Saves the time of having to cut the omelet. I think your lady's a genius, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that next time.
Do you tip the omelet guy? You tip the guy that's making the omelets?
No, that's your job. You know my take on it. That's your job.
There's a C in Channing, there's a C in Crowder, and there's a C in Cheap. Of course. Of course. I'm giving the omelet guy.
Omelet person?
Yeah, a few dollars. Of course.
Come on. He's on salary.
He's just made me an effing omelet.
He wasn't, but Gail, he wasn't cleaning the rooms, and they said, hey, Warren, come down and make some omelets for a little while, see how you work out. He's the omelet guy.
Cheapo.
He wakes up, he sets his alarm to go make omelets. He's getting paid by the hotel to make omelets. Make omelets. Appreciate you, big homie. Have a good one.
Man, see what I mean, though? Like, there's these expectations at the omelet station. And by the way, everybody gets to hear my order. So maybe that day I don't feel like having cheese in my omelet. Now the guy behind me is judging me. Like, you don't get cheese in your omelet, you loser.
Well,
like,
that goes back to your insecurities when you're a little extra hefty. You were like,
right.
I want the bacon. They're like, hey, kid, how about you have some turkey bacon, fatso? Maybe mix in some spinach.
Go vegan,
instead of the ham
chubby.
and the bacon.
Go vegan, chubby. He's teasing me.
All right, it's Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. We're coming on back. Zach Gelbin for Hawk.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
I gave up squirrel meat.
Oh, good for you. That'll be tough to keep.
know what time it is. Working all day. Yeah, that's all I see. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and it's right here. The Funky Buddha happy hour, everyone grab a beer. See, the boys are back and so are the guests. We talk food more than sports, but we winning our bets. To the moon, bro, with all the moon go. Hot takes and more, that's coming soon, though. Every banger like a pass, every bar off the glass. WQAM, and they coming for that ass. I'm a spaz like Solana on preheat. My dog don't care who the kicker is as long as they got 2 feet. Pickleball champ, and he about to repeat. Don't sleep, y'all, the picture get vivid. Especially with Crowder when he cooking on the pivot. Yeah, that boy did it. Played for the Finns, embraced by this city. And then comes the man who's silly but stay litty. Loves avocado toast, and I hope that you ready for Mark Hochman, the big stepper from the Shot, Kane alumni, the big rapper. Gotta dap him up, and like you messing with the neighborhood chick, let's wrap it up. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Alrighty, it's Hochman, Crowder, Solana, 5 o'clock hour right here on the show. Clay Ferrero, you'll hear from him coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes. But Solana, as Zach Yelp's in for Mark Hochman today for the rest of the week, we were talking about this when we first got into the LeBron coming back to Miami decision in the aftermath of the Honest deal. And you said it was like a 15% chance in your mind that LeBron would come to Miami. I said 30. I'm curious where you're at right now. What do you think it is out of 100 that LeBron comes to Miami and signs with the Heat, knowing today was the day that him and his management team told the Lakers, we're good and we're not coming back to the Lakers?
Well, I always felt like the Lakers and the Cavs were 1 and 2. To me, just because it just made the most sense. I mean, you're literally eliminating one entire team from that equation, right?
Yeah.
So I think at the very least, the Heat have to go up to 40% chance right now. I think the Cavs are still the favorite in my mind because it just makes all the sense in the world, especially knowing that perhaps he'd be willing to take a little bit more money. Cleveland makes the most sense to me. But yeah, I'd probably put it up to like 35, 40% right now.
But you took out LA, but you now have to add Golden State.
No, I included Golden State. That is going to me, be like a 10% chance.
You think Golden State's only a 10% chance?
That's no.
Here's why. I think LeBron James wants to win an NBA title. And I think he knows that as much as teaming up with Steph Curry is attractive, as much as those two, with Draymond, with Kristaps Porzingis, maybe with Jimmy Butler, we haven't even talked about today, in a best-of-7 series will be a tough out. I genuinely believe that. I think he knows deep down that coming to the Eastern Conference gives him a better chance to win an NBA championship, which is why I believe he'll come to the East, and it'll be Cleveland or it'll be Miami.
In my old show, I used to do these things called pie charts, obviously. It's like some revolutionary idea. And I did them twice. One was when the Knicks had a head coaching opening and it accurately predicted Mike Brown. The other was when Aaron Rodgers was leaving the Jets, the next team he would go to. And it accurately predicted the Steelers. And I think we did it one other time. It was with the draft. And it was where Shedeur Sanders would get drafted. I didn't think he was going to fall to the 5th round, but I had him going to Cleveland. I put out my latest odds today. 43% going to the Warriors, 35% the Cleveland Cavaliers, 18% the Miami Heat, and 4% the San Antonio Spurs. And I was originally 30% to the Heat originally, but I think it's now fallen because there's a lot of smoke with this Warriors stuff. Draymond on his podcast, Draymond opting out, the Warriors being the hot team. The Warriors are the hot team right now. And we've seen before in LeBron's sweepstakes, whoever's the hot team early isn't always the hot team at the end, but it feels as if the foregone conclusion right now is Golden State.
Gelby, I think I understand what you're saying. I understand your sentiment on the Spurs. I think the Spurs is a 0%. I just don't see him going to play with those puppies and
you have
and
no
seeing
fun.
it.
I gave it a 4%. That's your big gripe from that? 4%.
No,
you go, 0. Give me a break.
It sounds cool. It does sound cool with the new face and the old face. It sounds cool. I think that's a 0%. I would say 40 Cleveland, 30 Miami, 30 Golden State. I think he wants to go home. He already just did it. 30,
That equals to
30,
100.
60, 40.
Yeah.
That makes 100. Okay, Solana, I saw you confused.
Yeah, I wasn't
know-
sure there. Yeah.
I know you went to FAU, so I don't,
Well, I
FIU.
actually, when I was doing overnight
FIU.
radio at
How dare you?
when I was doing overnight radio at CBS Sports Radio, someone asked me once during the Loyola Chicago run, like, how much of a chance after they won their first game do you give them to win their second game? Or maybe it was going into the next weekend, maybe Elite Eight. And I was like, yeah, 30% chance. And I just didn't realize that was 90. And someone called me up an hour later. They go, 60 plus 30 doesn't equal 100.
You left 10 out there for the masses. No, and like I said, the narrative, we talked about it earlier, the narratives of LeBron, he already had the narrative of going back home. How cool would it be for him to finish at home? And they don't have a garbage roster. He has two good big men in the paint. He has Spider Mitchell. James Harden, I think is going to be moved somewhere. I'm not a James Harden fan, but it looks good. There's not a terrible roster. I think it's a higher chance I'm going to Cleveland than anywhere else.
If LeBron does go to the Golden State Warriors, where is Jimmy Butler? Is that a sign and trade to the Lakers? Like, what happens? Could we have? No. I don't ever think you'd have a Jimmy Butler reunion in Miami. I know we're talking about LeBron reunion in Miami, but what happens with Jimmy?
Well, that was talked about today by Brian Windhorst. I have the report right here. Brian Windhorst today on ESPN said that the Warriors told Jimmy Butler they won't be trading him, and that their objective today would be to land LeBron James. And he also said that as of today, the Anthony Davis trade did not seem likely. And now we know the Warriors are under the assumption that they don't need to pursue Anthony Davis in order to lure LeBron.
And they re-signed Porzingis. So re-signing Porzingis, I think, takes him out of the, I know they said that it could still find a way to make it work if they got rid of Jimmy Butler, but Anthony Davis, I'm assuming when you bring back Porzingis means they're donezo on him. But Windhorst also was the same guy with the Celtics thing that said, Jaylen Brown's definitely going to be on the roster. And now all he does is sit on ESPN and go, Jaylen Brown's not going to be back with the Celtics. So he'll change his mind like he changes his underwear probably.
And Jimmy Butler, it's interesting because over the weekend, over the past couple days, he's been on this, like, I love the Warriors full court press. This is where I'm going to play my final years. That's the last jersey I'm going to wear.
Because he doesn't want to get traded.
I love it here. Right. And he doesn't want to get traded. And I wonder how much the Warriors factor that into their decision. Like, they don't want to do Jimmy dirty, but if it means landing LeBron James, I don't think they would hesitate. Right. Like, I don't think they would hesitate to move Jimmy Butler. It's just the reality. By the way, if they don't move Jimmy Butler, how does that work? Jimmy, LeBron on the same team? Like, you want to talk about,
it's a country club team. Like, that's what it's not actually competitive. They're not actually trying to win. It's like a country club team.
Which is why I don't think he's going to go there. I think LeBron knows that the best place for him to compete will be in the East. And by the way, I also think, because I'd asked you guys this earlier, I also believe that him joining an organization he hasn't played for yet probably is not as appealing to him as playing for a team he's already played for, the Cleveland return or the Miami return.
Let me also make this abundantly clear, because I see so many rumors involving the Heat, right? LeBron has been rumored. Anthony Simons has been rumored. Bradley Beal has been rumored. Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, Chris Middleton. Like, you go on and on and on with all the rumors since they unofficially got Giannis. If the Miami Heat sign Ben Simmons, Heat culture is officially dead. That dude is such a petulant brat that was a giant waste of talent. He could have been one of the great players in the NBA. If the Miami Heat signed Ben Simmons, Pat Riley retire, it would get rid of all the great juju that this team has this offseason. Now Ben wants to play basketball. Oh, he wants to go to Philly. He wants to go to Miami. No, you should be playing overseas somewhere where nobody sees your waste of talent ass. I have no interest. Zero. Actually, screw that. Negative infinity interest seeing Ben Simmons come to the Miami Heat. Heat culture would be dead because that dude doesn't know what good culture is.
He would put in his 2-week notice once he had one practice. He's not made for Heat culture. They're going to run, they're going to work, they're going to grind. Ben Simmons is not a grinder like that.
You know what? Maybe I would actually want to see it because Spoelstra and Riley would be sitting there like Herb Brooks in the Olympics with the whistle. Again, Again. That's what they would be doing. And Ben Simmons would go quit and tap out because that dude is it infuriates me so much because when I covered him in Philly, he was so arrogant. He was so smug. And this dude could have been such a great player in the league. Like LeBron used to talk about how he loves Ben Simmons all the time. And Ben Simmons just blew it all, and he was a complete waste of talent.
Yeah, but the fishing down in South Florida is great. So clearly an attractive opportunity for Ben.
Yeah, he tried to throw the fish back in the ocean, and he missed. That's how bad he is shooting.
He brought his cell phone to practice. Like, come on, Ben.
What's the Colin Cowherd take where he's like, "Hey LeBron, you're good. You can retire. Ben Simmons is here."
Come on, man.
Ben shows up with a backwards hat, and Colin goes, "Yep, can't be a franchise player."
Listen, I'll take a dunk. Who's the other one? I'll take Strus back. Who's the guy in LA?
Dave Vincent.
I love them all. Please don't give me a Ben Simmons. That would turn my stomach.
Ugh. If you want to just watch a lazy basketball, Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
People thought he could be like Magic Johnson.
Arguing at Spo during a game? Oh, yeah. Spo going to cuss him out every game.
Hey, but Gelb, as much as it pains me to say this, there was a 2-year window where Ben Simmons was one of the best players in the NBA. I'm not saying he was LeBron. I'm not saying that he was Magic Johnson, but he was legitimately considered one of the most promising players in the league. Don't give me that smug look.
No. There's a difference in what you said. There's a difference in what you said. One of the best players in the league and one of the more promising players in the league. The latter, I'll give you. The former, no one ever thought Ben Simmons was the best player.
No,
at one point,
physically,
he was never the best player in his own team.
Yes, he could be up there in the top 5, but mentally, he's not there.
That dude's one of the biggest busts ever. He's such a bum.
There was a season where Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, that duo was
phenomenal.
Being talked about as the duo you'd rather have for the next 10 years.
Yeah, no, I get it. I worked and lived in Philly, but that dude just never could. Every offseason in the gym, looking like he's Steph Curry, hitting shot after shot after shot. Then the game would happen. Oh, I can't shoot the three-pointer. Oh, I can't do it. Ugh, insufferable, that Ben Simmons.
Passed up a layup wide open under the rim. Didn't want to take free throws. Like, whew.
And I don't love Doc Rivers, but God forbid Doc called him out for it. You would have thought he did like the most egregious thing ever. Oh my God! All right, let's get to headlines because then we got to get to Clay Ferrero.
And
Please
sign
with the Knicks, Ben Simmons. Please sign with the Knicks so Gelby can change his entire outlook on you. I can't wait.
And Bron going to the Golden State Warriors. I'm just thinking about now Steve Kerr, a player's guy. Everybody loves him. I don't know, man. I think Miami's a long shot.
All right, guys. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 89 degrees or 90 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid to upper 70s. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Let me just wrap up headlines, though, because I don't think I said any of the local stuff. The Florida Panthers did make a trade earlier today, and their goaltending situation seems to have been solidified. Sergei Bobrovsky, it looks like that era is donezo. The window appears to have closed for a Bob Panthers reunion. It's going to be Jacob Markstrom and Arkin Schmidt, your two goalies next season for the Panthers. They sent New Jersey Erod and Boquist for Angus Cruikshank, a forward, and goaltender Jacob Markstrom. The Miami Heat today did agree to a 1-year deal with Simone Fontecchio. He's going to make a minimum contract, $2.6 million.
Sounds like a pasta dish, honestly.
Deal.
What did you say?
Simone Fontecchio.
Sounds like a good pasta dish, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'll take the Fontecchio.
And the Marlins, they do play tonight against the Colorado Rockies. That's an 8:40 p.m. first pitch. Listen to Jack McMullen on the call right here on FM 104.3 WQAM. And if you're living under a rock, LeBron James informed the Lakers he would be moving on, and Kawhi Leonard is going back to Toronto in another blockbuster deal. The NBA does not stop, and the free agency negotiating window opens up today in about 40 minutes. That's brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com.
Yeah, let me just say one quick thing. Any Panthers fan that's sweating losing Bob, it stinks, right? Because what he did for the franchise, but with his age and the money he wanted and the players that they brought in this offseason, I think you had to say goodbye to Bob. And you get lesser goaltenders coming in, but with the team in front of him, it's going to be a special season for the Cats.
Yeah, Crowder, you brought this up earlier. I'm a little upset Bob didn't want to take the hometown discount. I'm not saying, some massive discount. I'm not trying to lowball Bob, but I'm a little upset Bob didn't want to take a little bit less to hang out in Florida and keep winning titles.
He's a top 3 goalie in this league. He wants to be paid like it's Solana.
Well,
Please don't do this to Bob.
He was a top 3 goalie in this league.
What is he now? Top 10? Top 10?
Easily.
Top 15.
Yeah, easily a top 10. Like, yeah, everybody wants these hometown discounts, man. I'm as an athlete, I'm gonna take an athlete side. Go get paid, make your grandkids rich.
And your grandkids rich too.
Come on
right?
now. Take a
Alrighty,
hometown discount. I don't even want to pay taxes.
Channing Crowder. Can't there's no seeing Channing, no seeing Crowder, no seeing Cheap. I mean, there's all season those. I messed it up. I had it right earlier. It's because we got to get to the break. Clay Ferrero is going to join us on the other side. We will get his thoughts on the possibility of one LeBron James coming back to South Beach.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Jimmy, you know how to make a hot tea?
No, I do not.
You know the ingredients of tea?
Water.